welcome again to Shadows Under Arbor. Before we dive down into the perilous predicament we find people in, we see the camera is above the city, kind of zooming downwards, the early morning hours of Arbor, as newspapers and the knockers are waking the early staff up. The camera dives down past the newsstand, and there's a fresh batch of these things being delivered to this crier. He picks it up, sees the front page of this, and looks up at the guy who's delivering it. Is it new? Is that it? You don't believe this tripe? Whirlpools and things? And then throws it into the sewer where it flutters down. Does anyone want to pick out a particular article to...
This special all-water issue of Weekly Urban News.
I didn't even see the all-water issue.
Bathing, the wet killer.
My best friend merged with an ooze, and now I want to marry them both.
Long-limbed creature seen on Silver Star Lake. Is it looking for love?
Mysterious whirlpool hidden in our sewers. Will it swallow us all? Will your house be the next to fall into its unending maw? How long has it been there? And it's getting bigger.
Diggity.
And as the camera pans down through, we see Parthenia standing at the precipice of a door that is down into the floor. She's looking, and we can't hear her words, but we can see her mouthing something. The words get lost in the sounds of the storm that's happening on the other side. And on the other side, we see 3 people standing at the edge of a stone walkway that circles a gigantic whirlpool. And we see the splash as the smallest member falls into the water.
I do. A small point of order is that technically there would only be 3 people up there if we were all standing there anyway.
That's also true. It's also true the fact that there's actually, in terms of the order of people who have made it inside, there are only 2 people on the causeway. Because, if you remember correctly, Monica and Pupil went in first, then a little bit later, Victor followed, and then a little bit later, Raylan followed. Mm-hmm. So what's going to happen is, So, falling in is a thing that just happens. You don't have any control of that. That is a consequence of the choices that you made in terms of what occurred. What is in your control is whether or not the forces of the torrenting sea around you smash you against the rocks and kill you.
Oh!
So, you are going to be hurled against the rocks. You have a choice. You can choose to try and grab onto the rocks, and that'll be an athletics check, to try and grab onto the rocks themselves, which doesn't prevent you from taking the damage from the initial smash, but it does mean that you might get smashed again. Or you can attempt a Constitution saving throw to try to tread water and keep yourself away from the rocks. And that is the choice Pupil now has, is he's kind of snapped back to reality from...
So, from Pupil's internal consciousness, Pupil remembers someone else's memories of being in the place with the jar of the eyes and the spoon.
Correct.
And I believe we settled on choosing to dig its eyes out and submit.
Yeah.
Whoever that person was chose to dig their eyes out and plop them in the thing.
It's more than that. It's more that at some point during that traversal through the memory, that occurred, but then it kept going, and it was the willingness to be subsumed by the group to allow the rest of them to take over and just be a part of the whole that kind of triggered the forward momentum, which no one else would have seen. Monica would have been in her.
So the group wanted Pupil to hurl itself into the sea.
Or something about the act of surrendering to it.
Do I get the sense that the sea and the wave are the same thing? Because sea, wave, fear, they're all...
There is a lot of...
the wave of fear, the dread sea,
yes.
These are...
There are a hell of a lot of...
Parallels?
Yes, in this case. Now, at this moment, you don't know for sure if treading water or grabbing the thing is the smarter play. You know that you don't know if the rocks can actually hurt you physically. You just don't know, but you need to make that kind of snap decision of I can either grab the rock or I can try and tread water. I mean, you can do other things. Those are the two options I'm kind of giving you as a broad sense.
No, those are my two options. I haven't had a single spell slot for several sessions.
I'm
so
assuming this is happening before any of us are able to do anything.
So that happens...
This is on me hitting the water.
Yes, this is on you hitting the water. How many hit points do you have right now?
20.
Good. Okay.
It's good to know.
Words can hurt.
I'm not asking you
So
where are you
congrats.
weakest, the elbow or the
The elbow or the wrist.
or the wrist.
Oh,
Yet.
man.
I think Pupil hits the water and the diving reflex.
No.
In humans, the diving reflex is if your face gets wet, your heart rate slows, your blood pressure changes as your body or your autonomic nervous system adjusts.
Right.
Pupil doesn't have that.
No.
But I think there is still the hitting the water is what brings it back into itself rather than themselves.
Sure.
And I think Pupil wants to tread water. And I think curiosity got people into this in the first place, because curiosity was what made it say, oh, well, if I surrender to this thing, maybe it will treat me more favourably. Maybe I can learn something from it. Maybe it'll tell me something. I think Pupil was going to attempt to tread water and also see what's at the bottom of the sea.
Okay.
So, con save?
So right now you are not in the center. You are at the edge. So just to give you
Is this causeway...
you're like on the causeway going to the center.
Is the causeway
Dividing.
solid down to the rocks?
You couldn't see because the
Can I see now?
The water's too choppy
Yeah.
for you to be able to see that at this point. But yeah, there is a kind of like you're not at the. Oh.
20 Eldritch.
Okay, so that's enough not to be bashed against the rocks. That's enough to tread water to stay where you are. You are treading water. Monica, you snap out of it and are now aware that you hear a splash loud enough to be not just the force of the water hitting the side of the wall.
Okay. How far away is that from me?
He is within 5 to 10 feet of you. He's fairly close. It's like he just, people walked off. You don't know why.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to summon my dog.
Okay.
Or activate my dog. He'll
Okay.
appear in the air, drop down, grab Pupil, and then teleport up onto the causeway in front of me.
Okay, so operations, the dog drops in. Is the dog in any way a sentient life form?
I don't know. I don't know the origin of Monica's powers.
Oh, okay. Is the dog...
I have my suspicions that it's possible that the dog is a manifestation of Monica's subconscious, or it's a manifestation of whatever's happened to her. Monica has been assuming it's her subconscious, but that could be wrong.
Okay. I'm going to assume that It is not a separate sentient entity because any version of it that exists within the druid mechanical subset, it doesn't have its own. I don't even think it has hit. Oh no, it does have hit.
It
points.
has hit points.
It has
but
hit points.
But it takes its turn on Monica's turn.
Yeah, it has its turn immediately after mine.
Yeah, but that's the same
Yeah.
rules for familiars, which are
Not really
And
things.
separate things. Yeah,
Your
it
pro is
does
if-
not take any action on its turn
unless you tell it to.
except the only action it takes on its turn is the dodge action, unless you take a bonus action on your turn to
In that case,
take another
I don't
action.
think. I think it's not. separate
However,
from you.
if I'm unconscious, if I'm incapacitated, the spirit can take any action of its choice, not just dodge.
Ooh, so it does have a conscious will. In which case, I don't think. I think it stops. It stops dead. Once it's in the area, you just watch the dog just go glassy-eyed and just stop moving. At which point, that brings Victor into the area, and you do the same thing. You go glassy-eyed and stop, and then we go back around because that's yep. And now I need you to make either to decide. Now you're treading water. You can see more of what's. It is a vast and unforgiving ocean as far as you can see, except for this tiny little stone walkway. As you are kind of like pushed under and then back up again, you can see that the walkway doesn't it goes it can't be, but it is floating on top of the water in perfectly static.
Can I, in addition to making the tread water check, roll a perception to see if I can see anything under the causeway?
Sure, you can make a perception check. That's
will.
easy. That's for free.
Do the perception check first. 15 plus 4, 19.
Oh,
19.
I did summon the dog in the air.
Yep.
The dog can hover,
If you
But-
could hover, that it would just.
but my intention was for it to drop down onto people, grab them, and teleport them away.
It wouldn't. It would appear and then stop. It's
Okay.
not. It's
So
not
it
a
doesn't
case
just
of-
drop.
No.
Okay, okay.
I'm not gonna.
Just checking to see if the
No,
dog
I'm
would
gonna
drop
let you
onto
s-
people and then be grappling.
Yeah.
19 on
You
the
see under the water, there is toward the center, it gets very dark, very vast, faster than it should do. Like there is a point where even if you had perfect vision, you wouldn't be able to see it. It's an abyss at the center because you're kind of like looking in the back. So that's what you see.
15 on the Constitution saving throw.
Okay, you still continue to tread water for now. The waves are more pushing you. You're not getting smashed against, because what the danger is the rocks and the causeway and the kind of like path being smashed against them. So far, you've been lucky, but it is getting tiring.
I think I would say through all of this again with that sort of robotic calm. Query, what are you? And I'll say this to the darkness.
To the darkness, okay.
With a simple curiosity, it's not scared of this somehow.
You get no response, but you get the feeling that you could get a response if you could either be closer or drown out the sound of everything else. Because there is thunder, there is lightning, there is a torrent of everything. And we come around. So we now have... I'm going to say Victor's a little faster. So Victor, actually Rick Dog,
Rick Dog at this
you're
point,
first. You come out of your kind of thing.
Okay, so I assume, like, is people here, or is he fallen into one of the...
He's like over here.
Oh,
like-
okay, cool. Okay, so, and I guess from my point of view, it looks like Monica's kind of just standing and watching. I like, as a player, I appreciate you've already done something.
Monica's gone. The dog.
And the dog is just
and
stopped.
just frozen in midair. It's
Yeah.
like,
He's not smart enough to think that one through. He's just going to run forward and...
So where are you trying to get? Are you trying to get to pupil or are you trying to get to the center?
no, I'm trying to get to pupil.
Okay.
And I'm going to kind of lie down and then extend a hand as much as I can.
If Pupil decides to try and get up, you'll get advantage on the check.
Yes.
Cool.
And then Monica.
Is the dog still frozen?
So, I can't predict what a dog is going to do, and you don't have complete control over it, so we're just going to make a flat roll.
Oh.
And
Just a
we're
luck
gonna
roll?
Yeah, basically luck
Oh,
roll.
go on, do a D100.
Could do a D100.
51 or higher, and the dog will snap back out of it. Below 49, and that
If the
thing's
dog
happens to
doesn't work,
dogs.
I've got another plan.
Okay, that's fine. It is a separate creature.
39.
So you watch the dog drop from its hover and kind of like, or maybe it just falls. It falls into the water,
And does nothing.
and begins to just. It fell. I guess because it has the ability to teleport, you can now tell it to do things, but it is kind of in the water, so it will need to make. What do you tell it to do?
My plan was for it to teleport Pupil out back onto the
Sure.
back onto that.
Okay, so
However, it does use my bonus action to do that.
Okay.
That was the bonus action I used last turn.
okay.
However, if I feel like the dog is not going to be effective, I'm going to pivot and do something else with my bonus action.
So, okay.
Well, actually, no. This is a full action because it's the wrong subclass. Hang on.
Yeah, if you need to change into a thing, it's a.
That's a full action to wild shape.
Yep. I think your dog uses your wild shapes.
Yeah.
The dog uses one of my 2 wild shape charges.
Okay.
The actually transforming into a crocodile will do the other.
Okay. Okay, so the dog appears. You don't give it any commands this turn. I need the dog to make either a Constitution saving throw or a athletics check, as it tries to either get to the wall. No, it will no because you have to make it a Constitution saving throw for the dog because it can't do anything else. Because to do the athletics check, I need to have orders.
19.
Okay, so he treads water as much Pupil does, and you jump into the water as a crocodile.
Basically Monica just bursts into flame,
So you have
and then turns into ash, and then from the ashes bursts a large crocodile.
sure. You have a swim speed, so
I
you have
do.
advantage on this. You are trying to tread water. You make a Constitution saving throw.
This is not strength then.
Nope, because you're not trying to.
Damn.
You're not trying to grab something. You're trying to literally. It is hard to swim. It is more of a question of how much this is sapping your strength or not.
Fair enough. Okay, well, this is actually ironically worse than Monica.
That's funny.
Oh, that's 11.
You have advantage on it, by the way,
I do have advantage on
because
it.
you have a swim speed.
That's not going to count because it's gone. Not even looking at it.
It's gone.
It bounced out of the dice tray and
right,
under,
right,
the,
right.
under
Somewhere
the
else.
duster.
Oh, okay. I thought you just meant the dice disappeared from existence.
That was one better. It's now a 12.
Okay, so that is a failure. As you kind of dive in the crocodile, you've got a swim speed, but there's so much turbulence. The crocodile takes only a single point of damage as it just scrapes alongside the
what
rocks. I think we come back around to Raylan joins.
Hi.
And instantly hits the.
Oh, okay.
So Raylan now goes glassy-eyed.
Yep.
And that's your vision of being buried here.
Yep. And then you make a choice as to what you want to do. Do you want to try and tread water again, or do you want to try and grab the edge? You're always at the top of the round.
Yes. My arm is there if you want to grab it.
I'm going to try and make the athletics check because I think Monica can get bamped by the dog on her turn.
Yep, you've got advantage because of the hand.
17 flat.
Okay, 17 is enough. You grab hold of Pupil before it begins to get more pulled away, and you've got hold of Pupil. It will, on your turn, you kind of pull him up, and Pupil is on the causeway with you. And the 4 of you, and a few moments later, Raylan comes out of his stupor and joins the rest of you as you're standing on this causeway. Rain pouring down on you. You are all soaked wet, though none as much as Pupil. Although in a few minutes it will not matter either. All of you will be at the same level of hydration.
The moment that Raylan looks like they're no longer glassy-eyed, I'll just yell to you, don't jump into the water.
Query. Are you able to extricate yourself from the water with the use of your dog?
Yeah, it will pop you out.
Yeah, and now there is a dog riding a crocodile.
It's an odd thing. And you pop out.
Information. There is an abyss at the centre of the causeway of infinite darkness.
But why did you both jump in?
Information. It is unknown.
Oh.
Information. Another creature made the decision.
Perception check. Can I see another creature? Because I'm taking that very
Sure.
literally.
Yeah.
Only because of the... no. There's 8 total. 10, sorry.
You see no
Yeah,
other creature.
yeah.
No
Can
other
I try
different-
and bring the eye of the creature, of that person, to the forefront of
Okay.
my face?
Of the.
Because you know I have the central eye where
Right.
different. Like, if I pull through, if I concentrate on that creature that was experiencing the spoon vision in the heart, or whatever it was,
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to try and pull that eye to the center.
Okay. You begin to feel something. It's probably the first time you've ever, or pupil has ever, made a conscious effort to be a person.
I don't think that's the effort, but that may be the result. That's
That
not
may be
the effort.
result, yeah. And while there is a familiarity here for that eye, it is not the same. This is a different thing.
Does it belong in my skull?
Does what is here belong in your shoulder? No. No. You don't get the same kind. You don't get the immediate reaction of this is mine. This is a different thing. You are standing. You're nowhere near the abyss where it is, but you see that this pathway definitely circles it, and it kind of ends at a point where you would be next to it, staring down.
I think Monica is going to come out of the wild shape.
Cool.
It basically, again in reverse, just spontaneous crocodilian combustion. And there's Monica on her knees, panting.
This is your first wild shape, right?
That
We have witnessed.
That we have witnessed.
Yeah.
it's certainly in single digits of times Monica has done it total. It's entirely possible it's the first time you've seen her do
I
it.
think it might be. the
From my
very first
understanding, it's the first time that we've ever seen the
It
control.
might be the first time Monica's ever actually done it.
Shapeshifter. And you've picked an aquatic form for a fire person. Bold choice.
You okay?
That really hurt.
The water.
No. I felt like I was burning to death again.
You hear from your cloak. Oh, I didn't like that. That was real scary for a minute.
What did you see? I didn't realise you were here.
I've been in your pocket the whole time. I didn't like it. I don't know what. I just saw. I saw the old lady. Our old lady.
Mm.
She put me in a cage. She wouldn't let me out, and I just got stuck there. I didn't like it. I don't like being a cage boss.
Was that a memory of yours?
I don't think so. I don't have that good a memory, anyways. Especially since from before I could talk. I don't really remember much of that.
Do
It's a
you
bit
believe it
different.
to be a lie?
I think it's a. I don't know. It could be a truth. It could be something I can't remember. What did you see, Both?
A tree.
Well, there is a big tree here, Both. I mean, though.
So nothing I didn't know before.
I guess though. Alright, Both. Where are we going to now? Are we just going to get more wet, or what are we doing?
Yes, I suggest we stay. We do not want to stay here very long, so let us.
No, but we should remain on the path.
I wasn't suggesting swimming.
Well, that apparently is the consensus of 50% of our group.
You should not be swimming. I don't want to be doing that
Information. I did not choose to swim. Information. It did after I cut my eyes from its face.
There's a lot to unpack there.
again. Let's leave the unpacking for when we're out of this place.
I have so many. Yes, fine.
I like very much, by the way, that this is presumably this image is AI generated.
Yeah.
The spiral does not complete, and that's absolutely maddening in a perfect way.
Yeah, it is really good.
Yes, I would like to follow the impossible spiral.
You follow the impossible
Yeah.
spiral.
I would
and
love
as
that.
You walk around it. You were kind of circling this spot in the center, and as you circle and get nearer and nearer, the sounds of the storm get less and less, and eventually they just kind of fall away, and you're left with a noise that you might not be able to hear at first, but it does get very loud and loud enough to hear. It's a noise that isn't a noise or a sound or music. It's just a drone. And then that's all you can hear despite the rain and the storm around you. And now you're at the center. The eye of the storm, the center of the whirlpool.
Query. Can you hear me?
And you hear nothing.
Can we hear people?
You can definitely hear people. And it's one of the only sounds you can't hear except for this slight droning noise. So in front of you, a daunting sight awaits, the heart of the maelstrom, where icy waters churn with unruly fervor. The very path you have taken to reach this point is now besieged by the relentless onslaught of waves, their force propelling water to crash against the banks, drenching your surroundings. Yet here in this peculiar spot, an eerie calm settles in, a stillness that evokes a sense of profound dread. The only thing that lies before you is an expansive inky blackness, an abyss that stretches into depths of infinity. It is a void, a bottomless chasm that defies comprehension.
You alright?
Yeah. It's just
Yeah.
trying to figure out where
So
to stop and
something
start.
not racing.
Are you alright?
Yeah. Oh no, I allegedly possess a physical body, but that seems like a lie.
Information. This is the Dread Sea.
There is no confirmation, but there is a feeling that you may be very close to a truth.
We were led to believe that a key has been deposited here for safekeeping.
As you stand at the edge, the pull of the inky blackness becomes palpable, and the void seemingly calls to you.
Now. We've already been through this once.
Query. What is known of the Maven?
There is nothing. There is void.
Query. Where is the ebony key?
You feel the pull. You feel drawn to the inky blackness.
I can be reckless.
No, you're not jumping in. Put your hand into the water and we'll hold on to you. And if you hold it out, see, because the waters are swirling, see if it brings you the key.
Okay.
You stick your hand in the water. It is cold and icy, but there is nothing aside from the motion of the water.
I'm going to try and cast Beacon of Hope from a scroll.
Okay.
Advantage on all wisdom saving throws.
Cool.
So this will be shooting for a 13 if it's a third level spell.
Cool.
Ooh, do I make it? I do. Yes, 15.
Cool. So Beacon of Hope. So this, what does it look like?
So Beacon of Hope, I think for people, is burning. It's burning a clerical scroll. So one that is not naturally. I think the magic does, as it touches pupil, and whatever pupil is, does sort of solidify and change form a little, and it just transmutes from not hope, because people isn't about hope, but it transmutes into certainty. Because if things can be seen, they can be measured and understood, and understanding is the same thing as knowing how to defeat it.
So with that, some of the sound from the wind and the rain come back. It's something like the unnaturalness of this spot is repelled by the beacon. But not all the way, like it's not strong enough to push whatever this is back.
So I have two questions. So one about what's just happened, but before that, the actual causeway.
Yep.
Because there are several different types of causeway, does this appear like it's a naturally occurring one?
No, this
or
looks like constructed, like it does in the picture. There is
Okay,
definitely
cool.
like mortar
Bricks.
and bricks, and this is a purpose. This is supposed to be here. This is.
And does it look relatively well maintained for what is such a?
Or is it just the construction is so sturdy that it has had no. Well, has that had no weathering, maybe?
An intelligence check.
Oh, 15.
15. Okay.
21.
21. Okay. I think Pupil and Richtoff get this. Looking around at you at the storm that's happening here, there is no feasible way that these stones should still be here. This is powerful magic that is holding these things in place against the storm. Whatever created this place wants these stones here for a purpose. Wants this pathway which ends in nothing to exist. There is a purpose in the path, and there is a purpose in the void in front of you.
Cool. The other, unless you're about to.
Do you say that too? 'Cause I don't make that roll. Do you tell us anything?
I probably would have raised it as we're walking around. So yes, because I'm going to be on the lookout for this mysterious creature that could be sneaking up behind us. So yeah, I'll probably point that out. The stone.
Then I would, when we're at the centre, look into the void and go, is this a cage or a home?
Ooh. So you get like a sense of something, and I think because of the nature of your magics, and when you ask questions as the creature you are, there is a almost implied not honor, but what's the word for it?
Deference?
Politeness to respond to a creature such as yourself. And there is a feeling of this is a home. This is its home. But it is not barring you from it.
So my question about the silence that is now being pierced. I appreciate this might be more of a feeling than anything else, but is this a place where do I get the impression that the silence is here because either not necessarily a great evil, but like that death is present in the only way that I compare it, and I apologise in advance, was when I visited a concentration camp. The air is just silent in a different way, because of because of the evil and the killing that has
immense
occurred.
knowledge.
Yes, or is this closer towards like a magical equivalent of double glazing? And you've kind of closed it, and it's muffled out all the other sound.
This doesn't share the feeling of a place where so much death has occurred, but it does share some of the problem is that there is a conflation between the two emotions of what this thing actually is. There is there is a feeling of that, but you don't get the same kind of. There's no feeling of great death. There is a definite feeling of, if you allow yourself to look into this for too long, a feeling of fear, and that is the strongest feeling you get.
Is this a domain of courage, and we're meant to overcome this fear?
How would you go about doing that?
Detect magic greater.
Cool.
I'm going to start ritual casting.
Okay, cool. Wait a
Um,
minute.
when I get the response, this is its home, do I then go, is what you showed us an offering, a threat, or an unintended consequence?
You get the feeling of. What's the worst place way of doing this? You get the feeling of this is its state of being. It is the things it showed you.
Do we all get that, or is it literally?
It's because.
Yeah, but I mean,
asking.
what I'm is, can we hear the response?
Can you
Like,
feel the response?
yes, or is
Yeah.
it like a one-way? Like we can't. Only Raylan can get the response.
I think it doesn't have the ability to screen you out. So yes, you are all getting the responses, Raylan. So maybe Raylan is asking the question either internally or externally. So you may only be getting half the conversation.
That's a good. Do you say that
I
externally?
would
or-
verbalise it.
Okay. In that case, unless someone's about to leap in, I'm going to ask it a question as well. How do you know such things?
You get the feeling. Do you know when you look in a mirror and you know you're looking at yourself?
No.
That's fine. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. The best way you can describe it is that when you find something that is uniquely you, it is a thing that you know this thing is it's trying to it is in the best possible way of trying to describe this thing. It is of you that it knows, and that is why it knows, because it knows because you know. It knows because you know, and that's the feeling you get.
Query. Are you a part of me?
There is an emphatic no. Like a
Query. Am I a part of you?
and again another no. And there you get the feeling that there is stress in answering these questions, and it is only answering because Raylan is present, and it is getting annoyed by being forced to answer questions and you definitely feel as lesser beings.
Okay, so we're stood at the centre right now.
Yes.
Like, is there a step I could do that we could take to go a step further
Into the void, yes.
into the void? Okay.
There is a feeling of that is where this leads. Into the void, into the center, into the heart of the maelstrom.
Okay. I think the only thing to do is to go on. I will go on myself. I'll bring my dog. And if you can come if you want, you can stay. I'm not asking you to come with me. If you stay and I'm not back in short order, then leave without me.
You tie a rope to Monica.
Yeah. I was just thinking the same thing. I'm glad you've got one.
50-foot of rope, yeah.
Yeah, and Monica will step in with her dog.
Cool. You dive in. Spoosh. And the sound drops away completely the second you do that, and you are replaced by this kind of really odd noise.
Oh, as I was going in, I would say, pardon the intrusion.
And as you dive into the water, the sounds of the maelstrom above recede and replaced by the muffled noises of the sea churning violently around you. As you dive deeper and deeper, do you continue to dive? Do you just stay where you are? What do you do?
I will pause briefly and try to, I guess, feel the vibes that are emanating from here.
You get a pull from down.
I will follow the pull.
Cool.
And I'm focusing on the key.
Cool.
As I'm doing so.
As you don't need to breathe air anymore. You can breathe pretty much anything you like. But as you dive, the water does not choke you. Instead, your vision begins to fracture slightly, as if the world itself doubts you of your existence. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw. You have advantage on this because of your Beacon of Hope, which will last for this round and this round only as you dive.
Ooh, well, that's already a 21 total.
Cool.
Yeah, we'll go stick with that 21.
Cool. As you succeed, you feel an eerie sort of calm as you begin to dive deeper and deeper, and light begins to vanish from your sight.
I'm thinking that Beacon of Hope is keeping Monica's mind partly in the Gilded Cage, in that water room that she was in before, that she found immensely peaceful and a little bit healing. I'm going to draw some sense of comfort
Very
from
good.
that as she goes down.
So you dive deeper and deeper and deeper. You should make another Constitution saving throw.
Still at advantage, or was it just that one round?
Just that one round.
That's 10 total. I'm going to spend this inspiration I've got.
Cool.
Forget about
The coins.
the coins. Yes, where did I put it?
Makes it
There
easy to
is.
track them.
A price for everything.
Yeah. Well, I definitely don't know one.
I'm going to stick with that 10.
10. You fail. As you fail, as you begin to feel more of this world kind of crushing around you, you take 2 points of psychic damage. Joe, this inspiration is for your role playing earlier.
Which one?
The one with the people, like kind of like all of this.
Okay,
thing.
cool. Thank you.
That was really good. Okay, you continue to dive.
I continue to dive.
Continue to dive. Make me another Constitution saving throw.
Okay, that's an 18.
Okay, you continue to dive, get deeper and deeper. Your lungs, while they are no longer physical, you swear you can feel them burning. How much HP do you have?
11.
11. Cool. Good to know. You continue to dive. Make me another Constitution saving throw.
Dirty 20.
Cool. Take 1 point of exhaustion. As you continue to dive deeper and deeper.
How
and
long is this
deeper.
rope that we've got?
50 feet.
You haven't seen it run out yet.
Slacken. Yeah.
It hasn't changed yet. Diving 50 feet takes quite a while, oddly enough. Continues to dive and dive. Make me another Constitution saving throw, please.
Is that now at disadvantage
That
as well?
was a natural 1. You're
No,
giving me
not
the
yet.
inspiration.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's a natural 3 for a total of 5.
Okay. You take. Alright.
Double down.
It's a natural 9 for a total of 11.
Yeah,
I don't have one to give him a friend.
we're in double figures at
Please.
least.
Thank you.
I mean, getting rid of the natural 1, I think, was the big thing.
You take 10 points of damage as the world begins to try and tear you apart.
Does that knock where you were on 1?
1 hit point.
You feel you are at the edge of drowning, and you have a choice to make. Go forward, or go back.
Don't have the key yet.
No.
Monica's going to go forward.
Okay. As you choose to go forward, you feel something in your hand. A small box, not much bigger than, barely big enough to actually kind of fit in your hand, like almost just the right size to kind of fit. Feels like a treasure box almost. You've got it. There's like a weird sense of you've always had it. And what do you do now?
Clutch it tight, and I brought my dog with me.
You did.
Can I activate the dog's ability to teleport 15 feet?
You find no dog near you.
Okay, in that case, I'm just going to start ascending back towards where I came from.
As you think to ascend, you burst out of the top of the abyss, and you are maybe a foot from the waterline. Just.
And the other thing is, I'm really glad that was the case, because instantly ascending to regular pressure from 50 feet down
would hurt.
would liquefy your nervous system.
That'll be a good time.
So, despite the fact that Monica has...
That's what you have in your hand.
Despite the fact that Monica has artificial lungs now, when she bursts out, she's going...
And the sound, actually, as Monica comes out, the sound of the sea comes back, as if it was always there.
When Monica disappeared under the water, could we still see her as if she was only 1 foot
Just in
under?
the back.
Ah, okay. Cool. Did you get it?
That's a key.
Got it.
Well done.
Is it magical?
Information.
Oh, yes, you've got detect magic going. That is supremely magical.
I guess that bit. Is it a memoria? Because I can detect memoria now.
You can detect memoria. It is, but you can't tell what its trigger condition is.
Interesting.
Monica's going to put it back in the box. Close it. Alright, let's leave politely.
How many different types of magic is it?
It is several. It is like there's layers and layers and layers inside this thing. It's quite magical.
You want to leave?
I would like to leave. Monica's got sunken eyes now.
Okay. Oh, what did you see in there?
Infinity. Fractured realities.
Okay.
Information.
Spit
Yes.
words swirling around, not even knowing if I was real me or not.
I think you can tell no insight check required, as pupil is now... Don't want to brag, I've got a charisma now of 10. I'm a real...
Whoa!
Pupil is displaying more emotion in body language, even if not, 90% of communication is non-verbal, etc. I think you can tell that Pupil is actively disappointed by something that has happened here.
Monica is going to say thank you, and will then turn to leave.
There is no response from anything anymore. It feels like while there is still power here, whatever was here has fulfilled something and has done.
Just before we get that feeling, can I slip away slightly and kind of kneel by the water and whisper into it, "What am I?" And I will wait to see if there's a response.
Make me a persuasion check.
Ooh. Oh, persuasion. 9.
There is only silence.
Mm-hmm. Cool. And then I'll get up to move and so you can say something.
So you say the presence is now gone?
Leaving only the faintest of whispers behind. Like a... Have you ever seen Spirited Away? So there's a bit in it where the main character realizes that what they're dealing with is not like a horrible, monstrous demon that is like a filth demon, basically. Rolls into place and slowly begins to fill up and destroy everything. She realizes it's not what it is. And eventually, the only thing that comes out is this kind of like, as a dragon is born and leaves. And it's this beautiful creature, but it doesn't make much noise. It's just a tiny thing. And that's all that was here, was a tiny thing.
It felt to me like someone had come to the door when we knocked on the door of their house. Then we picked up the package for the neighbour. Then they shut the door and went away.
There is something about that, yeah.
I guess the disconnect for me, though, is that the implication was this place was its home. So if it's leaving this place, was
It's
that...
taking its home with it.
So is the storm noticeably calmer?
There is a difference to it, but it's not a calmer or raging. It's more that whatever made the storm scary is gone. What made the abyss terrifying is gone.
Because I assumed part of what made this place its home was the physical spell work built into these stones here. And you can't just pick that up and take that with you unless you're physically picking it up and taking that with you.
Or you're exceptionally powerful.
Let's go.
People can't sigh, but there's definitely a sigh.
Monica doesn't say "chin up, buddy," but
Pupil, do you have an unresolved query?
Information. It is unresolved queries.
Do you have an unresolved query for this place?
Information. No.
Okay.
I think the four of you walk back on the causeway and leave to back to the door. As you do so, you come back into a room with Parthena, who, upon your reappearance, "Are you okay? You were in there for, well, it felt like a while, but you just kind of walked in, and I looked through it. And I didn't want to go in. It didn't feel like a good place to go.
you made the right decision staying out here.
I thought the moment you looked inside, you get pulled in, and the checks is to see whether what you got on the other side.
So all of you stepped through.
Yeah, we all stepped through. You did make the choice to stay.
No, but the last time it was by looking
Oh, the
in.
second you put your foot through. She didn't. She got
Right,
repelled
okay.
or something. Something weird happened.
Information.
The DM put his hand in and went, "No."
I mean, I could.
Our business in this room, at least, is concluded.
Oh, good. Yeah.
Business in the sewers, I believe, is concluded.
No, we still have more work to do.
There are a couple of loose ends I'd like to tie up.
Yeah, we should go back and destroy that haunt.
Yeah. You should do that. Definitely. do that.
Could I just have like an hour to just chill out for a second? Because
Here.
somewhere before we destroy the haunt.
I mean, we did clear out the place with the horn. We didn't just.
That's
leave
true.
it there.
Information. Yes.
Yeah. And as you as you step through, you look back where the door is, and the door is gone.
There's no door there
There's
anymore.
no door there anymore.
I mean, I'm not feeling any dread from this place anymore. I'd happily just sit down here and.
It's gone. It feels. You also see that the water in the room also seems to resume a normal function. It doesn't hit the ground and dissipate into mist. It seems to just pool and go into grates and things where it's supposed to go now. There's no oddity to it.
We can rest here.
So, you gonna take a short rest?
It's not a long rest place.
No, probably not.
Do we get that mid-session level up we were talking about?
I think so.
But we won't get the. We'll level up, but we won't restore previous spell slots. It's just the.
The new ones you got, yeah.
Okay, new spell slots.
So if you have like things that give you new spell slots, then you get them, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Monica has fire.
I know you're all
now.
burning and running on empty, so
It's I'm just trying to work out what we get.
Your
get-
HP
so you
maximum increase.
So, for
You'll get-
example, I go to 5th level wizard, so I would normally gain 2 3rd level spell slots
Yes.
in addition to everything else. But nothing I already have refreshes.
Right. Okay.
So is that level 5?
It is that.
correct. So you all level up. You in this, maybe because of where you are, there is definitely a feeling of there is power here, and maybe you're drawing on some of it. to make yourselves a little stronger.
I'll roll health first. Brad, do you want to roll a d8 with me?
Yes, I do. How about that?
6.
You take the 6, because I got a 1.
A D6, please.
Ooh. D6, there we go. Okay.
I got a 4.
You got a 4. I got a 1 again.
Buddy, you can't keep doing this to me.
Well, I mean, that's why 2 people roll.
D8 first of all. Oh, I think they're both D8s actually. 3.
8.
Yay! And the other one is an 8.
Then you get an 8, because, yeah.
D8.
D8.
I rolled a 1, so please help me out here.
I rolled an 8.
Hey!
See, when I rolled a 1, he rolled a 1.
Twice.
Do we get the proficiency bonus immediately?
Yes.
I think I've messed up the extra spells on this. It's telling me I've got Fireball always prepared. I meant to have a 3rd level spell always prepared. Oh no, and you spell this level.
do. So you might actually have Fireball always prepared.
Okay, cool.
I have no first levels, but I have 3 second level spells and now 2 third level spells.
Nice.
So Hellfire Blitz.
Let's put the...
That is a spell you probably don't know access to.
It says always prepared.
Oh, that's weird. Oh, maybe that is a... Okay.
What spell was the Phoenix Wand?
Reincarnate.
It was what, sorry?
Reincarnate.
Not for this level up, but definitely for the next one. I have a query. So my next level up is, and honestly, most level ups after that are going to be Warlock. And Warlock will grant me access to light armor and simple weapons and some of the stuff as part of the proficiencies for leveling up. I have already spent 36 gold points on getting light armor. Would I be able to get at least a partial refund on those 36? Because I never expected to be going Warlock.
Sure.
Okay, cool.
We'll say 3/4.
Cool,
It's-
that's absolutely fine.
Is there somewhere I can sneak off to read a letter?
Oh yeah, 100%.
And can I open it in a way that it can be...
I will say make a Thieves' Tools check, or if you have it, forgery. It feels like that kind of thing.
yes.
Why are you being a bitch? Laptop.
Don't need water brew.
But we are in a big open room, right?
Yeah, but there's like little corners and cubby holes, and he could go up the pipe if he wanted to.
Yeah, I was going to make... It's mainly so Pavena doesn't see us. So yeah.
That's okay. She's got a really weird name.
Yeah. So it's probably along the lines of like I'll keep a lookout. So if you were curious, Richtov will not stop you. He is not the one that he doesn't want following him.
It's not. It's not the fact that I'm going to follow you. It's more that how conspicuous can you actually be in a open space?
Well, if you
Well,
were to like go back up one of the pipes
Yeah.
and just pee into one of the holes or something like that,
Yeah,
that would definitely be
it's-
far enough away.
Because I think it will be done as you're going. I need to take a break, and I go, okay, fine. I'll make sure there's no stragglers and sit just outside the.
Yeah, you'll keep watch.
Yeah.
In terms of the hour, I wonder if I may be able to slightly fudge the specific amount of time something takes here.
Sure.
Because even though the door is gone, everything is gone, I have a scroll of fear that I'm going to be scribing at some point.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Pupil is going to scribe that into its spellbook now.
Okay.
Almost in, let's say, rebellion.
Okay.
Because it, again, is feeling a new emotion. Because previously it's had things it hasn't been able to find out, but that has been a thing of I tried and I couldn't. Rather than this, which was I thought I was going to be able to find this out, or at least try, and it turns out this was the wrong thing. So I think it is going to, subsume that fear scroll into itself, almost by casting it on itself. If you would allow me to do that, it would normally take 1.5 hours rather than 1, but because I've got enchantment spell, but
right.
Yeah.
I'll let you do that, yeah, sure.
And I think it's just going to sit there sort of slightly self-hatingly enduring the fear spell it casts upon itself with the target of itself. This is fine.
Okay. So as you kind of sit there, and many of you, and you are reading letters that elucidate you to things. What are the others doing? What is Monica doing? Parthena just looks scared mostly. She's just kind of trying to keep busy, use her mind. She looks like she's trying to, she's got a small set of vials and things that she's kind of looking at, and kind of like thumbing through like handwritten notes on backs of paper that is a lot like what Richtov has.
I think Monica is sat there cross-legged and is trying to meditate. Trying to remain calm, and she can feel the wellspring within her is bubbling over, and so is just trying to sit there with trying to get a handle on the fact that she feels she can do more now. Also with first level of exhaustion.
Does not want
That they've changed that.
Exhaustion.
Yeah.
They're the new rules.
Yeah.
You have to scroll down to the old rules.
One level of exhaustion just gives you disadvantage on ability
checks.
checks. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
that's
that'd
what I
be
wanted to check. Oh, there you go. Legacy disadvantage on ability checks.
Okay. Why don't you want?
I don't know about you guys, but I almost burned to death once, or possibly actually did, and this still feels like the longest day of my life.
I think as Monica says that, something of the fear charge up in Pupil. Sort of Pupil's gaze turns on Monica a bit, and I think the first flushes of next level, which is the Warlock one, I think that sort of briefly triggers, and the room starts to sort of phantasmally singe around Pupil as I learn Fireball as my level up, 3rd level.
Ooh.
As burning to death is the memory it's sort of siphoning, even subconsciously, because I don't think it's even paying attention to you. I think that happened sort of passively. I also took Hypnotic Pattern.
I took Aura of Vitality and Dispel Magic. I took Dispel Magic because I can just picture Monica burning the magic out of something.
When Pupil dropped its eye down the thing, it heard a cat mewing.
Yes.
And we heard it when we entered as well.
Yeah, we should look.
Back near the entrance, but to the east.
But people heard it down where the key got flushed.
Yep.
So
It could be moved from
Right when you entered.
Yeah. But we need to go back and destroy the horn, but yeah.
yeah,
I mean, towards the end of the long rest.
short rest.
Sorry, towards the end of the short rest. The pupil, have you got the wherewithal to try and identify this?
Information.
Would you like to?
Yes. Okay. There is a sort of barely controlled. Not lust. Lust is too passionate a word. Like
Need?
focus or need is in this is a thing it can do. This is a thing it can do, and because it almost feels cheated out of not finding out what it wanted to find out from the Dread Sea. Because honestly, I think Pupil was expecting to go into the Dread Sea and find out why it is. It heard of a thing made of fear, or whatever it is, and assumed that was it. It with a capital I.
It was funny, when I was in that void, I was going deeper and deeper and deeper, as far as I could go, and I got to what felt like my very limits, with no progress. And then I made the decision to keep going, and all of a sudden I'd always had the key. And then I tried to come out and I was instantly out, despite the fact it was taking me ages to get down there. I don't think that place was just about fear. Fear is certainly a part of it, but I'm seriously wondering if that place is actually about courage. About bravery, about trying to move beyond the fear.
It is a foolish and needless place. Information. Richtov, you are upset.
2 seconds, yeah, just as I'm healing up.
Oh yeah, I'll take that.
Yeah, Monica's now at 32 hit points again, having used all the remaining hit dice,
Daniel.
including the new one.
There was nothing of bravery in what I saw. Not even sure the vision that I got was even real. It was too much like a metaphor for my liking.
Cool. And
Mine
let's
was
just
a
all re-enter.
memory of, well, the burning to death thing, but weird, odd, and actually kind of cathartic being able to look at it a second time, having actually spoken to Craig about it since. I mean, this time I grabbed Craig and jumped into the fire with him.
So it can't have been a memory.
No, it wasn't a full memory, it was a living memory, a waking memory. Almost.
You do not
But
live
yeah, it's-
memories, they are static. They are things that have happened. It is either real or it is not.
Technical difficulties. Don't worry about it.
That's okay.
Fine.
I will be ritually identifying the key.
Okay. Takes you 11 minutes, I think.
Okay.
Cool. When you're done, this card pops out.
Yeah!
Love
I
that.
don't know what I expected, really.
I think there is. So, could we say this conversation with Richtov happens immediately after that happens?
Mm-hmm.
Because there is bitter anger in Pupil at that. Because it has been stymied twice on finding out something that actually mattered to it. Information, Richtov. You are upset.
Can I make an insight roll to see if I can, because you've just been frustrated here, can I see if you're upset as well?
You don't need to roll.
Okay, cool. So are you.
Information, yes.
Revelations aren't all they're cracked up to be, are they?
Information, it has received no revelations.
Should we go looking for some?
Information, yes.
Well, I'm all good to go, I'm all ready to burn out some haunt.
Good.
Question is which way do you go?
So there are 3 exits from this
There
room.
are 3 exits, so there's a large pipe here that you can climb up into and go whoop. There's the way you came from, and there's a 3rd exit that goes this way.
And for a bit of flavour, whilst I was resting, Raylan was taking a piece of wood and was carving into it a symbol of a octopus.
Okay. Very nice.
Actually, I need to roll for that.
Could we roll some kind of check to work out roughly where we are in the sewers based on like distance travelled and like...
Sure. Make a survival check, because that's what that's for.
Ooh, that's pretty good.
Monica will also
19.
19. You think, south, very far south of where you entered, and basically,
23.
yeah, very, very far south, basically from where you entered, and a little bit east.
What is the DC?
20. Well, sorry, no, it wasn't 20, it's 15. What was yours?
15 exactly.
Yeah,
Okay,
do
cool.
the same thing.
Okay, cool.
I failed the thing that I was doing, so I will use my 3rd level spell slot to make it happen.
Okay. Ooh, some octopus thing that required a 3rd level spell slot is a bit scary. Cool. You are in the south and east.
Information. We must travel north to reach the exit.
But we're not looking to leave yet.
Could I roll a perception check? Or could I use my passive perception of 22 to just listen for what sounds are coming from the various pipes?
Sure, make it better. 22 is your passive?
22 is my passive.
To the very... Would you hear this? Yes, to the north you hear the sound of cat, like meowing.
Cat that way.
And
What's from the east?
They're kind of, like the sound is kind of bouncing, so it's
Okay.
both directions really.
and am I correct in thinking that it's that way and then north to get to where the haunt deal was going on that we observed?
Way west.
Yeah, it's really like all the way there. and
Oh, okay.
all the way there.
Okay, fine. Okay,
Yeah,
well, we'll
probably
go.
a shortcut this way.
We'll go
Although I
through the
would
All
like
it's
to,
unexplored if you go there.
yeah, I would like to go and find the place where that Red Wing dropped his the
That
Red Wing's
went down
corpse
the
would have
massive hole.
been. Yeah,
You want to go down the massive hole?
I'd like to find the massive hole so I could look down into it and then see if it's worth going down to try and get those.
So I won't need. You don't need to move the map or anything because I know where that is. You go to where you think the body would have, thump, and it drops down for very, very. You drop a coin to figure out how deep this thing is because it's just basically like a thump. It goes thump, and you do not hear it.
Yeah, that's fair enough. We've got one set of dark
Yeah,
vision
two.
gold. 2.
You too.
Mhm.
Oh yeah. I was after the 3rd.
Yes.
Oh well. Okay, in that case, yeah,
think
back to here and then
north.
north through the pipe.
Okay. You should be able to go into it, and then it should
It
let
would-
you.
I would be able to move that if I was actually on the right screen.
Ah. Okay, so you should just be able to keep going north, and eventually it'll click you through. If it doesn't, if you right-click your token, and then the one that says 0, there's a number.
No, I do have. I'll bring to front. No.
Because what I'm having with technical difficulties is I can't actually see anything on my screen for that map.
Oh.
So I do not know
Can
why.
you try using arrow keys to move this?
I was using the arrow
Oh,
keys.
okay.
Okay, so your camera.
If I'm there, I can't actually see anyone. That's directly below the pipe.
Yeah, that's because of where it is. Cool. So if I do this, what do I need to do to make it so that you can do that? Apologies about this.
Not a problem.
It's just really tiny. If you go the other way, if you go east, you should be able to go that way, though. I think.
Should we go around and it will come to the same...
I think so, yeah. So if you go that way, and then you go... This is where I'm very wrong. Try the other direction. One of them will work, and then once you're in there, you can...
Well, that one looks like a door, so we should be able to get through that.
Hey.
There you go. Okay, so if you now take your token and then drag it over to where you want to go, instead of move it,
Okay, we wanted to go there.
yep. No, so I'll let you
Plus at least one more. If you can see us, could you copy that token and paste it?
I can't see you.
Oh, you can't even
I
see
like
this
grey
part of
screen.
that.
Total grey
A
screen.
grey
Oh,
screen.
wow.
Oh, okay.
Completely grey screen. I don't know why. They're just not very happy with that map for whatever reasons. Happy with all the other ones. They won't let me do that one.
Can you change the web browser it's being viewed in?
And I've tried Safari. I've tried Chrome. And I've tried.
You work in IT. Sorry,
Yeah.
there's
That's
a,
fine.
It's a force of
for-
habit at the moment. There's a tech issue.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Although, we can actually see the pipes this time, so...
yeah, but the moment you go
Right,
under
okay.
it,
Yeah, it's because what you need to do is go up.
Do you want to log out of Game Master
Oh yes, I could do that.
and then let one of us?
Yeah.
Or I can give you my laptop and you can.
Oh, can you still see? If one of you logs in, that's fine. All you need to do is right-click the token and go up one. You won't be able to see much of anything, anyways. I do not know why the thing has just decided I do not like you today, Brad.
I'm sorry, bud.
It's okay.
Right, is someone else jumping in?
I'll get in there.
I would do it myself, but I don't want to have two foundries running on one
Is
device.
this what you see, Brad?
Yeah.
okay.
Cool beans.
New batter.
That's
What's
fun.
Is it that? Oh, what was
Or is it
found?
something?
What is Foundries?
8 something.
86.16.
It's because the resource is still loading.
Oh.
Oh,
If I try and change scene, it says it can't change scene until all the resources are finished loading.
yeah. It gets stuck on something and I don't know what it is.
Um,
Funny thing was, it was fine, and then it really wasn't.
If you
Is it log out or return to setup? I want to click on.
Log out.
Okay, let me have a try.
I mean, if I also logged out, that would deactivate the
Yeah,
foundry,
it would.
and then we could boot it up all up again. Well, let's see if Mike
Get through
has
it.
the same issue.
Hold on, it's thinking about it. Loading. 99%.
No, that's a grey screen.
Yep.
Why are these all on that screen? That's just really killing everything. There's nothing there. And you're in.
I'm in, yeah. Alright, Mike, if you want to log out.
I just want to try one last thing.
Oh, I missed a message.
Mm-hmm. There's a special message just for you.
Okay.
Oh, I missed another message.
Alright, I'm logging out.
Okay.
I'll return to setup as well. Force disconnect, yep.
It's not on me.
You wouldn't know to look at yourself until afterwards, so it probably you would look down and yes, you would see the same thing.
Same for me. Okay, cool.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, if you want to log back in, Brad.
All right, I'll try again. Okay, so you can see Arbor. The camera's still logged in.
Camera's just logging in now.
Okay, cool. That's fine.
And a camera has the grey screen.
Game session.
Ah, there we go.
And so the camera says, hey, I'm happy and fine and friendly. But the DM screen goes, no, screw you. What is on the DM screen? Oh, can I get... Maybe I can just change it so that you can change your height. I think I can do that.
Toggle target status.
What's the up and down arrows?
Revelation scale.
Bring to front or push to back.
Don't hide. Size 14 level series. Do.
Bring to front is doing
No,
nothing.
don't do that. Try clicking off the token and then back on again. And activate that scene.
Oh.
So that I can get the thing working. Come on.
Click the edge is activated.
Come on. Come on. What's fucking on? Don't hide. Agents. What's wrong? This has literally nothing on it. Go here. Okay. That's the Arbor landing page. That has almost nothing on it. Play ball. Thank you. Thank you, computer. I will not throw you in the bin today. Right.
I can just see Rikdov spinning there in the centre.
Spinning around.
Okay, right.
Get out of my way.
Don't hide elevation. Save changes. Cool. Now, if I go to here, preload scene. Okay, you've loaded. Activate. Cool. Now you should be able to change your elevation.
How?
If you click
You right click, go to settings,
Yep, the settings button. That one.
and then there's an elevation.
And then if you change it to 10,
Oh.
what did that say?
Collided with at least one roof or floor, one floor or ceiling.
Okay, we've moved down to where the pipe is. The cat has sat behind me.
Try there. Or it might be 5, I can't remember exactly what it is. It's like a specific number.
I'll try 10.
Try it again. Clicky. Try
Okay,
5.
it did briefly, but yeah, I'll go for 5.
Try 5. Because it's also taking into account the token's height, and there's a bit of a weirdness there. Now you're 5, so try 9?
It says that she's 10. Interesting.
Why don't we come down to her then?
Okay, someone's
Okay.
moving it.
Yes, I am. To move on to her point, because now we can see the thing. Now change it to 10.
Yeah.
I know why. It's because you were in slightly the wrong spot.
Yeah.
You need to move 1 back.
I've got a good feeling about this.
And then forward. Or up, sorry. Yeah.
Hey!
It took a second. Oh,
No, you keep going.
no.
Back to 10 and then drag into that place.
Yeah.
Are you at 10?
Do you want me to do it?
Oh, I know why. Because when you went to that spot, it would have dropped you. Because there's a lot of automatic things that happen. So
So it's trying to drop you down.
Yeah. So you need to go into that spot. So go into the spot where the pipe is, where the hole is.
No, I think so. I think he's putting times 10
And then
dragging
drag it
over the
across.
trigger so the trigger isn't actually.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
And then just. Yeah, that.
Into the pipe.
Yeah, like
There
that.
you go.
Hey!
There we go.
We're good.
I'm proud of us. Hey,
I don't.
look at us.
Go team!
Okay. So that's the way you want to go. Cool. Right. You go up this way.
Okay, and just zoom out of it.
Now I get to play the fun game of, do I remember what all these places' names are? Yep, keep going. You come to a T-junction. It goes left and right.
I see a door.
If I listen out, can I hear the cat?
You can hear the cat. It's coming from the... Yeah, that way.
Okay, and at this junction...
It's coming from the north.
Oh, actually, this looks familiar.
No, not quite.
Oh, no, okay.
And then you think it's coming from the right.
Before we do that, do we want to look behind this door? If I
So
listen
I
up
will
against this
point
door...
out that door is a bulkhead and it's not moving.
Okay. In that case, yeah, turn right here.
Uh-huh. Ooh.
Wait, was that Loki?
No.
No.
Okay. I was like, I know there are triggers, and I couldn't remember. And Loki was there, and I couldn't remember. Yes, you hear the cat. Yes, definitely hear the cat at that point.
Down which pathway?
The middle one. Shit, I'm trying to remember.
Middle one looks like it's got a grate on it.
Yeah, you could probably go down to the end of that, and it'll trigger something. You'll see inside of it.
Oh.
I see a cat.
You do see a cat, but there's a
Although-
grate in front of you. So, but you can go if you go backwards. You'll be able to go into the. There is like a. You can see from that grate.
Oh, yeah,
you
the
can see a
water.
little thing.
You want to go left, I think.
No.
Yeah, and there's a hole in the pipe, right?
Yep. And you see a little kitty cat.
I can't actually see it,
We
but I'm happy to say that rather than messing about, we're going to be going back into this pipe anyway.
Yep, but you can see the little kitty cat.
Right, in that case, if Monica hops down and goes, "Hello, kitty."
Make a animal handling check, please.
Oh dear.
So that was a natural 1.
Cool.
For a grand total of 8.
Grand
I have a plus 7 on this. I
The
thought
cat
that...
kind of looks at you and just backs away.
Could I pull out some jerky or something?
Now,
Yeah,
I
any
have
jerky.
some beautifully made ham sandwiches,
Oh, you do, yeah.
as I always do.
You always do.
Could I offer the cat some ham? I hear they like that.
That's the cat. Make a animal handling check with advantage.
It's a cat.
He's a cat.
That's a 13.
13. The cat does come over to you, sniffs it, and begins to kind of like slowly eat it. Do you stop? What do you have on right now in terms of your
Deck
persistent
magic.
spells? Deck magic. The it's interesting.
It's a memoria.
Oh, there he is.
There you go. Yeah, you see this kind of
Oh!
strange thing. The cat kind of takes the hand from you and then goes over to what looks like a wheel, but like a thing that you pull and does something, like a big like clunk.
The cat does that.
The cat just goes over to like where it is and just kind of like
A lever that
around.
could be used to do that.
Oh, okay. So I think when the cat like went up
No.
on his legs, walked over,
No.
and hey, donkey.
No. It like walks over and kind of sits in there. The cat has a large. So for the thing, as you enter this, staring up at you is a small orange and white cat with large green ribbon around its neck.
Anything else for detect magic in the room?
Aside from the thing I've messaged you, no, nothing.
In
else
that case, I'm going to cast detect thoughts.
You. Does Technical have an intelligence limit?
Yes,
Was it 3?
3.
What's a cat's intelligence?
That is honestly a really great point. Because I really think it might be
It might be 3 or
right.
at 3.
Yeah, cat's intelligence is 3.
Detect thoughts. I think it is. I think it won't be affected, but
I think you can detect that it is a creature, but not that it is.
you would detect. Yeah,
So, yes, so you would detect
3 or lower. The
Okay.
creature is unaffected.
You detect
I mean,
it.
it's
As,
an orange anyway. It has no thoughts.
Yeah, that's correct.
I just know the brain cell right
Is
now.
there, with that, are there any other creatures I can detect within 30 feet?
Not in this room, though. Oh. Yes, there's one creature to the south of you.
To the south of us?
Yes.
Interesting. I will relay that out loud. And then I
Can
will...
you tell if its elevation is higher, lower, or same as us?
No, only by moving myself physically.
Yeah, and I don't think you can move yourself
And there's not a lot of wiggle room in the...
up and down.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can't fly right now.
Not for another quite a while.
Yeah. So,
I am going to...
this large valve that keeps pulling it. I'm sorry, Loki.
Meow.
Does anyone mind if I move the player token back round so I can actually see into the ring?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, that's a good
Yeah,
choice.
go for it.
So if we walk to this junction, is it still to the south?
Yes, it would be, yeah. The valve it's pawing is like right there.
I'm going to pop down into the room.
Okay.
And then
It looks at you.
offer it more ham
Takes the hand.
and try and take its bow. Just very gently, just undo the bow.
It lets you.
Cool, I'll do that.
Okay.
Pop that in the pocket.
Cool.
Query. Should I pull this lever?
Is there any indication of what it might do?
Not as far as you can tell. It controls something in terms of the infrastructure of the sewer itself. You can make a investigation check or a intelligence check.
19 on investigation.
Not as high.
You think it controls one or more of the bilge budgets, because that's the sea.
Sluice.
No, it's
Like a lock.
like a lock or a like a barrier between two sections. It like it moves something somewhere else where like a door, effectively a door, like a bulkhead, clunk, and it will move something somewhere else. On that 19 investigation as well, as you're kind of like looking around, trying to kind of determine, you're like pathing the thing. You're looking in the grate here, at the very bottom, is a small set of bones, like very tiny bones. Not much left of them. The slimes have probably been through here multiple times.
Sorry, when you say tiny bones,
Tiny
Like
bones.
tiny
is it
creature
rat
bones?
bones?
They're so small at this point they could be any creatures. There's not a skull to tell you what it is,
I would
but
like
it's
to
not
try
a.
and mage hand them up.
Cool. You mage hand the what remains of these tiny little things, and maybe the longest of them is probably about that long. It looks totally complete. It's about
Oh, that's really small then.
really, really small creature.
Not
Humanoid?
No. No, definitely not a humanoid of some kind.
Are there bite marks on it? Like-
More like burns.
Oh,
Like acid burns.
So that
Oh,
could be from the
Cubes.
yeah, because I didn't know if like the cat had been eating a creature to survive. Okay.
Yeah, so it looks like it moves something to the...
It does, yeah, if you turn it. It's like a big valve.
Well, the cat wants us to turn it. Might lead us to the kid.
And you hear a thunk further away, a little bit to the south, where that door was, basically.
Let's go to the door then, the bulkhead.
Can I try and pick up the cat? Take with us? And,
You
like
pick up the cat, comes with you.
pop it in my backpack. Like,
You find it, when it kind of like, you pick it up, it goes over your shoulder and then jumps onto Pupil. And just wraps itself like kind of around him.
okay. Cool. Yeah, that was a 14 on the animal handling
I have
check,
to
by the
roll
way, I
pain
didn't ask.
being not delighted by this.
So we heading.
At least that cat has some dignity. Unlike
Look at this long loaf boy here.
We heading back down to the door.
Yeah.
I guess so. Are we following instructions on cats now?
Information. Yes.
Is that locked?
Shit.
Yes.
How am I going to deal with that?
Theatre of the Mind?
Yes, I know what's in that room, or will be in that room.
Do I need to pick the lock?
No.
This is
That should have
was
opened
what
with
the
the thing.
clock,
But,
yeah.
I need to find the right room.
I can't even interact with the.
Yeah, you need
No, you GM
special
privileges to do that.
permissions.
Mm.
Which, if I gave you, you wouldn't be able to see. Just really goddamn annoying.
Can you give us GM permissions whilst rewarding the map and the map is loaded?
Oh, maybe.
Ooh.
How do I do that? I think it's in user management. I have to do that. Which one do I want? Camera. If I do assistant GM, does that work? Let's try that.
Oh,
Oh,
forces a reload. Come
Feeling that might happen.
What Swizz?
Come on. So now the camera has the assistant GM, so it maybe because whatever I can see on the GM layer is breaking things, which is really irritating because I don't know what the heck it could be. Ooh, black. That's good.
You
Yeah,
like
Ghost
that?
of 99 goes grey when it fails.
Yeah,
Unfortunate.
Like that.
like that. What on earth? Can you see?
Yeah, but I'm logging in as me, so.
Yeah.
Oh, hello.
Cool.
Oh, but that's okay. That's not what's in the room. That's the where we fought the
That's
thing.
very good for
Yeah.
Yeah. That's fine. So go back to that little room where you were, which is not that way.
South.
Spoilers.
There's lots of spoiler books. Okay, so
Say when.
you need to go
That's the one we want.
Yep, right click that. Right click it. There you go. Now you can open it. And now I need to I need to kill this.
Okay, I'm now only seeing.
Trusted player. Save and return. That should kick you out. What on earth is on that screen that is breaking my laptop? I do not know.
But it did eventually work.
It's specifically the GM thing. Oh, long cap.
Can you log out of GM whilst we're doing this? I want to see
Oh, I
something.
could do. Log out. I wonder if I could log in as Brian and then I could see better. Oh, I know what I can do. I can log in as assistant GM and then I'd be able to damn see. Oh no, I wouldn't be able to see the journals. I can see again. That's nice.
Oh, yeah, it's finally loaded whatever it was trying to load.
Pete Alpha just tried to open a locked door.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, apparently I'm Pete Alpha.
So,
Strange.
Interesting.
My third alter ego.
There's a boy.
There is a boy in there. These are my notes though, which I need the GM for.
That's real unfortunate.
It is. I know broadly what happens, but it's nice to have the descriptions.
Yeah.
So does this drop down a little way?
Yeah, so it's like kind of like thump, and so you'll notice your
I'm out if
elevation.
you need to go back in.
Cool, thank you. Something on the GM layer is not happy. Maybe something's missing. Probably what it is.
I swear I didn't do any updates this time.
No. It's something I did because I asked you to do a whole bunch of updates, so something's probably missing in that set, but I don't know what it is. But I'll be able to fix it once I get into it. But what I need is.
But the crucial, it was working earlier though.
I
Like,
had it in.
That's the
Yeah. Just don't know what it is.
like it's broken in the last hour.
Yep.
And we've all got excellent alibis.
Do you think you might just need a more powerful machine, Brad?
I doubt it. It's not using that much. And this was the same machine that was working before, so
Yeah.
it's more like something is very
Well, I mean,
broken.
it was broken on all of our machines.
That's true.
So,
You hear the soft whimpering of a child from just beyond the walls of the pipe. Descending down the pipe, you come upon a small child huddled up with a blanket and a small teddy bear. The room itself appears empty, save for a small bushel of green fruit pieces, the boy, his bear, and a small red blanket. Hi. Hello?
hello, we brought you your cat.
Oh.
Information. You are Simon Wallstrand. I may have read that wrong off the thing that I can't quite see because I don't have my glasses. But
yes.
in character, people said the right name.
Wallstrand.
Ah, great.
Yes. Yes, that's me.
Query. How did you come to be down here?
Oh, I was looking for my cat.
Information. I have found your cat.
And the cat immediately just jumps down. Where did you put the bow?
In my pocket.
The cat jumps out of your pocket and onto the boy. At some point,
It disappeared.
or something. But then it jumps onto the boy and it has the bow around its neck. Oh, thank you.
Are the apples still fresh in the corner?
The
Dream
dream fruit,
fruit.
yeah, it is.
Because they stay fresh forever, don't
Yeah,
they?
they start.
Oh, yes, the dream fruit, so it does.
Query. Simon, would you like to exit these sewers?
Uh-huh.
Information. Very well.
Thank you. I couldn't get out. And you realize the way you came in, you kind of dropped down into the area, and it's about a 10-foot drop. He couldn't make that on his own. He was stuck in here.
Query.
But that was before it was locked.
That was before it was locked.
Was it locked from the outside by someone pulling that switch?
The only way it could be locked is from the outside.
The cat locked it, I reckon, to keep him safe.
You realize there's no water in here, in terms of like the slimes can't get in here.
Query. Where did the dream fruit pieces come from, Simon?
I brought them with me. I was gonna try and take, lure my kitty.
Information. Very well.
But you're not worried about how incredibly dangerous it is in here?
I need to find him. I put a notice on the board, but nobody came to
Information. I found your notice.
Yes.
I'll hold up the notice.
find me. Yeah.
What was his name again?
Simon.
Yes. Patience is a virtue, Simon.
Oh, okay. But it's real. I really wanted to find my cat, and I found him.
We found him, but yes.
Okay. His cheeks are quite red. It looks like probably they've taken some battering at some point. He is very clearly, despite the fact he's at the dream fruit here, he is still clearly malnourished. There isn't much dream fruit. It's like very small, like pieces. And there's no telling how long he's been down here. His clothes are of quite poor quality and ill-fitting, quite likely hand-me-downs. And he actually is missing a pinky finger on his right hand.
Query. Do you remember the date when you came down here, Simon?
No, I haven't done dates yet in school.
Are you an orphan, Simon?
No, I have mummy and daddy.
Query. Was it summer when you came down here, Simon?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Is it still
good.
summer?
Information. It is June... whatever.
Yeah, it's the second, I think.
I thought 14.
23rd of June.
Oh, okay.
Is there a date on the reward?
No.
Since June 30th, 1926. But is that a...
Oh, no. So it's July.
It's July now.
Yes, July now.
Okay.
It's like July 2nd.
Oh.
So that's June 2nd.
Oh,
but
that's
that'll be
July
again,
2nd. Ooh.
probably.
Okay, cool.
That was a mistake. Yeah, July 2nd.
Third ring, 10th
Third
branch. 12 years, 6 months for a third ring.
So he lives in a particularly bad area.
He lives in the
probably
Twigs.
right.
No, it all
112 Rosewood Street. He was last spotted,
last spotted in the third ring. What's in the third ring, 10th branch?
Sewers?
No, sewers, factories. Third ring tends to be factories, mostly factories. So he might have been looking for his cat there and then somehow wandered. In fact, where you are is the second ring. You're real far. He wandered quite far looking for his cat.
How did you survive?
I some of those.
No, not the food. What
The
about
journey.
what about everyone else who lives down here?
Oh, I haven't seen anyone. I've been down here mostly. I thought he might be down here. I thought I heard him, and then I went down here really quickly, and then pretty soon after I got stuck here, and I've been here ever since.
Can I insight check that?
Mm-hmm.
Has he genuinely not seen anyone? That's 21.
He has genuinely seen no one. He's been stuck here. Like, and you look around, there are signs of like he's been using like the small grate in the corner to pee in and that kind of stuff. But yeah,
You will have heard for some minutes now the whirring you are familiar with when the artifacts part of people ritual cast a spell, like that ticking gear, and I'm going to have been working on identify.
Cool. What are you trying to identify?
The bow.
Okay.
Well, Simon, we're going to get you out of here.
Okay.
Should you take him to that doctor?
Yes.
Information. Yes.
Oh, okay. What doctor?
We found a doctor who has an office that has an entrance into the sewers.
Oh,
So we can take you out there.
okay.
And
All right. You seem like three good people, and I've never seen. What are you? Sorry, that's rude. That's rude. I'm sorry. I shouldn't say that.
Information. I do not know.
Oh. Do you know what you're not? My mummy told me to, if you didn't know what something is, try to figure out what it isn't first, and then you can work your way backwards.
This seems like an extremely inefficient way of identifying things.
You're saying my mummy's wrong?
I think
Yes.
I don't know what
Okay.
pupil's version of no, let him cook like would be.
I mean, I kind of get it. If you've got nothing else to work on, that doesn't have any answers at all.
I think that question does break pupil a bit for a bit. It's still going to carry on casting the identify spell,
Okay.
and I think will Richtov, as you're familiar with, just reach up the tiny child-sized robot hand to grasp yours as if we start walking along, as it will continue doing the
Okay,
internal
cool.
ritual cast. But
So, if you help him up out
Yeah.
of the
Yeah.
thing,
Yeah.
then he will be able to get into the pipe. You help him up, and then if you want to take him, I assume, to that southwest corner,
Yeah.
yeah,
it's quite a trek, but you can get there easily enough. If you want to go straight there, then I can just go there, or you can go bypass some of the other areas. You can just kind of explore. I know you also want to go past where
there was a haunt and the drug deal.
Yep. So there's a haunt, the drug deal, and there's just like a general area where there's some stuff in the middle that you might want to look at as well.
We should drop the boy off first.
Yes.
I think the first thing we're going to do is
We'll
drop
do
the
that
boy
and
off.
then go explore. What does... I keep forgetting her name.
Parthena.
Parthena.
Mhm.
What does she make of the boy?
She is looking at him like, how the fuck did he survive on his own for as long as he did? What magics are protecting this child?
I might have an answer for that
In a minute, yeah. Parthena is... I know what's down here. He should not... In the nicest possible way, he should not be alive.
Yes.
Yeah.
I almost said that to him.
The little cat is like on his shoulders and kind of just circling around him.
I think the
Very
cat...
like nuzzling into him.
information.
Can I roll
The
insight
bow
on
is a
cat?
memoria.
28.
The cat is extraordinarily protective, but far more intelligent than it should be.
Yeah.
You're
Detect.
not detect magic.
Identify?
Your identify finishes. The bow is a memoria, and specifically the bow is a memoria of the cat.
Is a memoria of the cat.
Of the cat.
As in that those bones we found were the cat's bones. And the cat has become a memoria itself. To come
Tied
back
to the bow.
Tied to the bow.
To protect the kid.
To protect the kid.
It just kind of like rubs against him again and kind of like come to this realization, either together or kind of like separately, as you kind of like very whispered.
As that, clocks, I think people will... And then we'll walk over and very, very gently and carefully, in a kind of way that is uncommon for people, tie the bow around and just do a little around the neck of the cat.
Kind of like tie it a little tighter. Like preems into the boy some more and just kind of settles in. And you realize the boy has this kind of like odd, we would call it a hoodie, but it's kind of like just this like hood, and it kind of like nestles in there. It just like goes to sleep behind him.
That's a good game.
Very small. So you traverse down these pipeways, going past
That
various
way.
bits, pieces. We don't need to move you guys because it's going to take you a while to get to where
Yeah,
you need to do, and you have to go up and down and up and down. It's better just to say, when you get there, you don't see the man who was walking back and forth, who was so clearly agitated. Instead, you just see a man. You go into that room in the corner, and it doesn't go anywhere. I guess is the best way of putting it. It doesn't go up or it doesn't like exit. There's just a small doctor's office kind of built into parts of the sewer.
Oh, I thought there was an exit topside from there.
No, but this is the man you see.
Dr. Kale.
And
Oh
as
my.
you
He's
kind
a
of
lovely boy.
enter, you see him, and he goes, how can I help? Is every... Oh, I hope you are not... Oh, there's quite a lot of you. And he looks, none of you are victims with the hunt, I see. That is good. Why are you down here then? Are you not? And it looks like it really quickly scans. You're not part of the plagues. And we have agreement between them. They will leave us alone. We will leave them.
We have no affiliation with the plague rats.
Oh,
Good.
well, we sort of do.
Okay, we have an antagonistic relationship with the plague rats.
I would prefer that any antagonistic activities happen far away from my patients. They are quite, they are not well.
We have sympathy for their victims.
Victims is a hard thing to say here. They are...
We have sympathy for those suffering from the maladies that the plague rats are promoting.
Very well. Then you are welcome here. How can I help?
So we thought that this would that you would have a way topside easy from this location. I can see that we were mistaken in that.
I apologize. I do have a way out. A way that I use to go to the service when I need to for supplies. I mostly live down here, and you see there's a little cot. And the chamber, it was an old repair station, it's now an old doctor's office, though there is still some kind of remnants of both. It's a very mixy-mashy things, and it looks like on these counters, it looks like he's trying to brew or make something, but he hasn't gotten it right based on your kind of like passive knowledge. There's definitely in progress, not finished. I haven't quite... Yes, I apologize. Yes, I have a way out. Do you need to escape?
We don't, however. This young man here, Simon.
Oh, a small child. I did not realize it was so young down here. I would have immediately...
Query, are you capable of conveying him to the surface and
Yes,
to the
yes, of
address?
course, of
12 Rosewood Street, the Twigs.
112 Rosewood Street.
112 Rosewood Street, the Twigs.
I can make arrangements for that. Yes.
I am
This-
rolling insight.
Yeah, it was.
That's a total of 18.
22.
10 for me.
You get the feeling this is a man who is trying his best to fix things because he's seen enough tragedy, either in his personal life or just in general, that he wants to do everything he can to make things better. This is a man who is caring for people who are clearly very agitated, as the man you saw from before, and is doing his very best. I mean, you get the feeling you can trust him.
Yeah, I kind of got that feeling anyway.
What was the bloke's name who had the daughter?
Strahl.
And is Strahl in here in one of the pots?
Strahl is in. The room is set up into. There's a chamber for him. Then there's 4 chambers, and one of those led down into the area where you found it. But the 2 other ones, there are other chambers that are kind of like his, and then presumably Strahl is in one of those.
Information. You know Strahl.
Yes, unfortunately I do. He lost a daughter some time ago, and he has not coped well with the loss.
Information. I have seen the mind of Strahl.
Oh.
Information. Haunt addicts appear to be attempting to see through the veil, but they will learn nothing.
They do see through the veil. They see their loved ones, as far as I am aware. It does work as prescribed. It is the side effects that appear to be the damaging part of them. It is no different than asking a cleric to speak or commune with the dead, though the effects are far more insidious. Whether the cleric knows this or not, they simply do not care.
Do you know how many caches of haunt they have in the city?
I dread to think. I know that they have a very talented alchemist who works for them, who makes them, who has a formula that is quite difficult to reproduce. I have no idea how it works.
Do they have
kind of like
one alchemist or many?
As far as I know, I think they must have more, but I think there's one who is responsible for the creation of it, the original. I do not know where they might be, though.
They've died.
There is I think you've got passive insight high enough. Partha looks like a little hurt by that, and like the blaseness with which it was said is very like oof kind of thing. But
at a bare minimum, the cache in this area will be imminently destroyed.
Oh, that would be wonderful.
But prepare for an influx of patients, I guess, is my point.
Well, I only get influxes of patients when if I could find a cure or something that would deal with the side effects, and at least...
Is that what you're trying to do here?
Yes, I have not been successful. I do not understand how the original recipe was created. I do not understand what is in it.
Do we have the notes for the recipe?
Parthena is the notes for the recipe.
She knows how to make it well.
She knows how to make it. She is being very quiet. She's waiting for somebody to say something or to direct attention to her or something like that. You're not sure what.
I'm going to just subtly offer my hand to her if she wants to hold on.
Oh, she takes it gratefully.
I just learned the message cantrip, so I can communicate somewhat subtly, and I will message Parthena. She just hears this crackling voice in the back of the mind.
Cool.
Query. Would you like to say something, Parthena?
With that kind of prompting, you kind of... I know. I can fix... I think I can fix it. I can help you. And he looked, dear, you look barely over 16, 15, something like that. I doubt it. You have the necessary skills on it. And she pulls out like her alembics and things, like the tools of her trade, and places them on the thing. And she goes, no, I understand what you're doing, but you haven't got it. And she begins to school him in what he is doing wrong. And he is like,
She is incredibly capable.
I can see that there are techniques here that I did not learn. I'm not a proper alchemist. I am a doctor. I am a physician. I heal bones. I come down here because there's no one else who will help these people. There are some who want to. There are a few who wish to militarize them as well. Some deranged individuals as well. I've tried to keep them away, but as best I can.
Whereabouts are they located?
Who?
The ones who want to militarize these
Oh,
individuals?
they have come and gone. They take I hear horror stories occasionally. It's quite odd.
Pupil is having another one of those new feelings. And it's like compassion, but not quite. It is feeling his compassion
for these people.
Okay.
Which is something, like, true altruism is not something Pupil has really seen, because Pupil has only been alive, in inverted commas, for a year and a half, in Arbor.
In Arbor, in the richest part of the city,
Where people are,
people are horrible.
and then in the Twigs, for about 3 months before the game started, and then hanging around with, no offence, y'all.
Wow.
Come on, that's fair.
It's a fact. I'm y'all as well.
That character.
I resemble that one.
Yeah, and this guy is displaying, from everything Straw and your insight checks and kind of the general, he is spending everything he has, all the money he has ever gotten, Dr. Kale, on fixing these people as best he can, or even providing palliative care where he can't do that.
Information. I believe it a bad idea to pass a large amount of money to a man who is taking care of a large number of addicts.
I would agree. Says they can get quite desperate occasionally.
Information. And people will, again, just print out like a... I know we discussed sometime before that, like, people getting hold of a PO box in a bank.
Yeah.
Can that have happened for the sake of...
Sure.
Yeah. Information. Your efforts will be funded.
Oh.
And we'll pass that information over.
He recognizes what you physically are.
Mm.
May I have the name of my benefactor? I do not know any would willingly just give. Do you have like an amount on there, or just as like a blank check?
It's not a blank check. It is a stipend that is going to be set up.
Oh, okay.
Like
So
it
it has an amount of money attached to it for a period of time. Okay.
like monthly or something.
Okay. So is it a significant amount?
100 or like 100. Yeah, 100 leaves or
100
something.
leaves like every month or so.
Yeah.
So this is quite generous. I do not know anyone who would just willingly allow the artifacts to give out money like this. May I ask my benefactor's name, perhaps? And Parson is, while this is all going on, she's like, oh, no, you were close. And is kind of like working as she's kind of, like, she seems galvanized by the idea that her skills can be used to fix a problem her mother caused, potentially. Yeah, so.
Information. It would appear you are unique. Information.
I do not think so. I think many in our try to do the best they can, but it is very hard in the city.
Information. Your benefactor has no name.
Anonymous. Very well.
If you are...
Victor will... Richthoff will step in at the point because it didn't say that it was anonymous. It said that it had no name. That is important. And then he will step back into the shadows.
Very well.
It is an observer. It is a pupil.
He doesn't have the education necessary to understand what it is he's looking at, so he's just using his frame of reference. I do not understand, but I am not about to look a gift horse since the mouse, as they say. I will thank you for whoever you are. Perhaps one day you will give me a name.
Information. Perhaps one day it will have a name. All right.
I believe in the short term you'll need to make a choice. She was rescued very close to here. They will come looking for her, and if your office is located literally on their doorstep, it will not do well for either of you.
Yes, I will pass the money I have been given. I will set up a new place for my mini clinic somewhere else in the sewers. It will be safe. It will not be safer, but at least it will be close to my charges, and I cannot, until they are cured, I cannot move them.
Query. Parthener. How long will it take you for you to perfect Dr. Kale's formula?
He's not far off. He just didn't understand the original recipe's kind of impetus, a starting point. Once you understand that, I need some extra ingredients. I can probably get them in a couple of days, and then I'll be able to how many? He goes, there is Bell, Arnold, Walter, Strahl, and this one. Yes, so six in total. Sometimes I think there's 5. Arnold's partner does not partake. He is simply down here for his partner.
I think people's genuinely fascinated by this man, because genuinely unique in terms of things in his experience.
Yeah. He's a point of light. I think it was the best way to finish. I thank you all, and I will gladly, protect this young lady with my life, and I will make sure that the young boy makes his back home. Is there anything else I can do for you? You have done more than any have done in a very long time.
I think we're okay for now, but if we need to reach you, we can send a message through that PO box or send you a butterfly.
Yes, very, very well. I've not had this butterfly in some time. Yes, a butterfly. Or is it a PO box? Either.
I have 2 butterflies.
Mm-hmm.
I will pass him one of them for emergencies.
He takes it gladly. Thank you very much. It's been a long time since I've seen one of these. Since my mother passed, actually. It's quite. They're quite beautiful little things, but they are useful. I will make sure. Right. I will need your names for this song. Full names are better because they makes the butterfly look a little stronger. Your name, sir?
I have a question, but
it doesn't have to be.
It is a pupil. It is an observer. I believe we have.
Yeah, that will
we've
work.
established that it will
but
work.
he's like.
That will work.
It's very well. If that is the name he has taken, then that is the name that I will use. Very well. I've got questions then.
you get their names first.
Oh,
I mean, you can contact me. I'm Monica.
Monica. Your surname?
Argent. But do not use that name anywhere.
Of course not. This is doing dangerous things. We are trying to heal people who are very sick, and we are in dangerous areas. I know better than to give away names for people to help me. Sir Giant Blue Man?
Whispered one of the narrow streets.
And there's a... I thought that was a woman.
You have the name.
It will go to... I've never sent one to one of the whispered ones. I suppose it's the first time for everything. Maybe I'll send it to... Yes. And there is not fear, but like trepidation of reaching that kind of contract or initiating.
I give you that name to stress the importance of the task
This is very well.
and the consequences of failure.
In that case, if she is an ally, then I will. Yes, I will protect your names with my life.
It's appreciated.
Of course. You had a question.
Yes, wait for me outside.
I'm rolling insight on her. I'm assuming still Rektov.
Yeah.
Do you ask Parthena to wait outside as well?
No.
Okay. She
It's 21.
fully ignores.
He is not speaking until you're outside.
Can people picked up some particular things that you messaged me about? Which of those things is the overriding thing here?
Compassion.
Great. People will very much do like a neck breaky head cock at you, and then will walk out.
Yeah. Have you all left?
Well, I mean, if I'm getting... the tone that Mike used was, I'm going to murder someone. That's what I was... that's
I
was rolling insight on if there was violence in his immediate future.
There is purpose, but there is not violent purpose. there is more a
Determination.
Yeah, your insight was over 20, right?
21.
28.
Yeah, there's a the closest thing would be a it's a kind of like a family member wishes to speak to the date before daughter goes out to a
Oh boy!
Okay.
So it's there is no imminent threat of violence, but there is direct purpose.
But the overarching or the overriding feeling behind it is you're looking out for someone.
Oh,
You're looking out
yes,
for partner.
yes,
Okay. Yeah.
violently so, but not imminently. Yes,
Yeah. Monica will just sigh, shrug, and then okay, fine.
yeah, there will be no violence. Cool. And he will close the door, and then he will turn back to Doctor. Is it Kale?
Kale.
Can I roll out perception for...
Yeah.
See if we can actually...
Yeah.
You
for
also
sure.
sit at the door.
A
Yeah.
natural 20.
22.
Cool. So you
Yeah.
probably do hear this, but yeah.
He goes, can I help
You asked for my name, Dr. Kale.
Yes, I did. What is your name?
The butterflies will probably identify me as Victor Darknoll. And in your possession now is my sister.
And then he goes, oh, Dahlia?
That is not Dahlia, no.
Oh,
But same family, yes.
um,
So it is incredibly important that you keep her both safe and secret.
oh, I
Yeah.
thought she was there. Oh no, it's not Dahlia.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Oh,
And
this is very, very good. Yes, I will definitely do that.
and he will, because if I recall correctly, Victor Richthoff has also stolen a butterfly from the Red Lantern, and he will hand him a butterfly and goes, "If there is any danger, you contact me,
Of course, yes.
and I will bring ensuing violence.
Woo!
Not upon you,
Uh,
unless you let anything happen."
no, I will be dead, but long before she is, I will make certain that
Good.
she is in the room, she over here, and she looks at you like,
Yes.
But-
And then he will turn to, yeah.
what?
Yes.
What?
And now, dear sister,
But what?
we have a problem, for you must forge your own way, but your mother did have a wish that you saw the sky again.
Uh-huh.
I can help you achieve that.
I have, I'm very confused.
I'm sure you are.
How are you? I don't know. I didn't know I have a brother. I have.
You have several brothers.
Oh.
I'm the nice one.
Oh. Nice one. I don't want to meet the bad one.
Yes. I need you to be safe down here, or you can come with us. But I have a conversation to have that will put you in danger.
Oh. Well, I have to finish this.
Then you should finish that.
She looks at you again, and kind of like her wheels are now turning because like the shock is kind of
Yeah.
wearing off. But you're not a. And she flicks her ear, like her little hippo ear.
Oh. That is a conversation for a time when I do not have friends sat outside the door, probably listening, but...
Oh.
No one knows the 20, huh?
yeah.
Okay. I will see you again, brother. I
Yes.
guess.
Complete the work.
Yes.
I do have one question for the both of you. What would happen to a child if the mother was a haunt addict?
They kind of look at each other and when it was depends is the child's in utero when the child is developing and the haunt
For the entire period.
oh they might come out addicted. They might have certain properties that makes them unique in the world. They might have all kinds of problems. There could be addiction. There's no precedence for it. No, most haunt addicts are from usually. To be honest, he has lost his child. I've not seen a child born of a haunt addict.
Okay.
So I do not imagine this without the possibility.
Any physical ailments?
Well, you probably have seen that they occasionally will fade from existence. Their bodies are not all here or there. They are partly in between. It is one of the reasons that the Minotaur was interested in them. They are very difficult to hit. Blows that should strike through, miss, fade through them completely.
Okay. Complete your work.
It's
Stay safe.
Yes.
Keep her safe.
Yes. Of course.
It's been a really intense 15 minutes for this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, of course.
Right. And I have some haunt to destroy and a letter to deliver.
And then Parthena goes, "Be safe, brother." Oh, that sounds weird.
You too. And he will also give like an odd look. Like he's like, no. And then he'll just turn to leave and he goes, "Are you literally all just stood at the door?" As he opens it. Or,
People's not stood at the door. People could hear.
Yeah.
That was more
oh, thank you.
what was happening rather than... But people, I think, will have been waiting because people wants to have a conversation but realises that you two were actively listening, so wasn't going to interrupt that.
I mean, Monica wasn't here at the door. Her passive is high enough that she's
Oh,
probably
okay.
just stood there.
I would be standing not behind the door, but like next to it. So like if that was a door, I'd be standing
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, I think Monica's on the other side as well.
Yeah, cool. So I think he'll open it.
See
Okay. Let's go. And then close the door.
Information, yes. Query, where are we going?
To destroy some haunt.
Very well.
So if you want to go back to the main area, if you can get to it, I think you can get to it.
So I think we'd learned that haunt's not explosive,
No,
but
but
it
it
will
does-
be denatured by...
Yes, fire or
Fire.
heat. Yep.
It's Monica's time to shine.
You should be able to go that way.
This way?
Yep, keep going. This is Brad trying to do this from memory, so forgive me a little bit. Think down, and then that way, you're right above it. And then, so that's the red carpet.
Nice, yeah. Can we go through that thing?
No, you have to go the other way, and then that way. Or actually, you could just lower your altitude
Yeah,
by
if we drop
10.
down to 0 feet and then
yes,
go
if I
through
go
the
over the
door.
red carpet and do that.
Yeah, you'll drop right through the pipe.
Unless it tells me there's a floor in the way.
It might do.
Is it a set or is it a transition?
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
gonna
at least
move
one
you.
floor or ceiling is in the way.
Okay, go that way. And then down. Weird thing is the fog of war is not working, which is strange. And then you need to go right, left there. Just don't fall down.
What, as in, like, it's showing stuff beneath?
It should show you the map, like the actual map.
It is on my screen.
It's possibly because you made us GM
Oh,
for a bit,
temporarily,
and
it's
it
a weird
revealed
view.
everything.
Okay, yeah, go
so
that
just got
way.
line of sight.
And then that way, and then
Things to the right here.
Yep.
And then up. Oop.
That's the room. And
There we go.
And then there you go, and they should be opening that door. There you go, and then open that door. And then that's where all the haunt is.
Hey!
Cool.
Was this where the deal was taking place?
No.
No, the deal's
all
way
up
up.
here.
So we're going to go there
Yeah,
as well.
yeah.
Go there next, yeah.
Cool.
I mean, basically, we're not coming back to these sewers. We should pick and clean. Out of character.
Cool. So you take some time to burn
I'll
melt.
grab like 2 vials for myself.
Cool. That's fine. There's hundreds here. They're like stacked very neatly close together, and if you use fire, it denatures everything down here very quickly.
That's an 11 on the perception. I don't think I see you do that.
I think what you do see is people with, again, new emotions all the time these days. Distaste will take the vial the pupil has and throw it on the pyre.
Oh.
He will nod at you, like just a single like.
And Monica is going to actually use a spell slot to do Burning Hands to make sure she gets it all.
One thing I will say is that as you guys are leaving, the little child makes a point to hug each one of you.
Oh,
Thank
I
you.
forgot the child was in the room.
No,
in
we left it with the doctor.
Down,
Yeah, well, I gave my threatening speech to
Oh, no, he will have been out with the
Yeah.
party.
Okay.
Maybe you can retcon it so he can.
Yeah, we brought the child up. We would have gone.
You shouldn't listen to this.
Come
Maybe
on,
when
that's
you're
not
older.
okay.
Yeah, okay,
He
cool.
gives each of you a hug, and if you're ever in the Twigs area, you know where I'm from.
Frequently.
You should come by my house. I'm sure my parents would love to meet you.
Information. That is likely incorrect.
No.
Don't worry, kid. We hopefully we'll see you around at some point.
And then as you're leaving, you see the cat just look straight to you all, and then nod, and then just kind of nestle into the spot underneath where
In the hood.
in the hood. And that.
Monica is going to say as we're leaving, is like, that's a good kitty.
With a... I really don't want him to get in more
Partially
trouble, but can I slip a leaf into his pocket?
Easily, he's not paying that much attention.
Yeah.
And when he gives you a hug, it's easy.
Yeah, cool, perfect.
I've slipped things in the Lincoln pocket all the damn time. The amount of observantness that boy has.
Cool.
Cool. So,
Oh wait, no, I'm not going to use Burning Hands. I'm going to use my once a day Flame Blade.
Ooh.
New thing for level.
you sure
racial
you
feature.
want to use something that is a resettable thing before you've returned everything? I'm giving you a DM warning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can take our time and you can use the cantrips.
Alright, I will use the Produce Flame cantrip and just go.
And you slowly burn.
We have more
as you-
horn to get rid of anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
While y'all are burning stuff, I think people turn to Raylan. Query.
Hello.
Why did that doctor act in the way he did?
In which way?
Why did he want to help?
People can wish to help all the time. It's in people's nature to be kind sometimes. Much is it in your way to inquire? It's-
Query. I wanted to help. Query. People want to help. Query. Why do these overlap?
You want to help and people want to help. How do they-
Information. You said that it is in people's nature to help.
Sometimes. Briktov enjoys a little murder every now and then.
Information. Yes.
People enjoy to help every now and then. It is a perfectly opposed, balanced system.
Query. Why do I wish to help?
Anyone in particular, or just in general?
Information. I wish to help the doctor.
You might have seen. You empathise with something in that situation? Was there a
Information.
something that you
I
saw
have
in
never been
them?
addicted to haunt. Information. I do not require the services of doctors.
Well, that's not true. It's a physical part. I mean, I'm led to believe you have a skull now.
Information. Yes.
Is that not the purview of physicians in Physica?
Information. I have no need of the help of this doctor.
Then I don't know. Maybe something about them spoke to you. Maybe it's the
Information. Yes. He spoke many words to me.
If I could give you more inspiration, I would.
It's so close to figuring this out.
Is this the first time you felt this way?
Information. Yes.
Maybe that's why. Maybe it's you have finally, not finally. That's a bad word on my part. Maybe this new discovery has meant you've latched on to this person as the person that caused this discovery, and therefore there may be other people that need your help or want your help, or you feel inclined to help in the future that you feel equally as strongly, but because this is your first time.
Information. This is acceptable. Information. Thank you.
Great. Glad to have helped. I think I helped.
Information. Yes.
Are you going to help them?
Information. Yes.
How?
Information. Money.
Where does that money come from?
Information. It possesses money.
How much money?
Information. I possess, and it will read the exact to the copper.
Okay, so this is not a secret money source that we were unaware of. This is just the money that
No,
you
it
have
will read out
in
the
the
amount
bank.
of money that it has in the bank. Yeah.
Okay.
Information.
Interesting.
If it possesses no more money, this will last for, and it will give you the number of months it could take 100 gold out of its savings, and then the 2 decimal point figure for how long it will last into the next month.
Roughly how many months is that, just as a ballpark?
I've got 4,000 gold, so 40 months.
Okay, yeah, cool.
Quite a while.
Yeah. Okay, so 5 years.
Whilst they're having that conversation, Monica and Richtov are burning, and Monica's going to be asking Richtov a question.
Go for it. He's just gonna watch the flames as it burns.
The fire dancing in his eyes.
I also point out there is a door here.
Ooh. I thought that was where the horn was. Oh no, that's not there.
Haunt is all of these.
Yeah, we're burning this story.
Should we have a look?
Yeah, that's all.
So, I did overhear a little.
I cannot do this, but Richtov, I would like to say, can, and he will raise a single eyebrow.
He'll give
To say a little,
Without speaking too much to your personal private affairs, would you like any messages passed to Victor? Because I assume that you and Victor are brothers, in a way. Is there any knowledge that you think Victor should have?
I appreciate the question, as it indicates a level of privacy between the two affairs.
If privacy is important to you, I would happily pass on a letter from you to him.
The issue occurs with our heritage. He is hurt and ashamed and wishes to remain secret. I am hurt and angered and wish to confront the problem. But one does not simply confront the dark knolls. Although I may have set some things in motion. Anger can be impulsive.
Yeah, I get that. Literally.
As they're burning and the flames are licking, and every so often you kind of get a crackle or pop from something wooden or like a nail going and just bouncing out of it as it kind of the wood moves in a way that causes the nail to break free. The two of you are making your way. As you try to open the door, you realize it's locked. You've had a key for ages, and you open the door. Open. Inside the door. Okay, fine. There's not much in this room, anyways. Opening this large brass door, you find yourself in a well-appointed little study. The chairs are mismatched, as are the bookcases, for everyone is filled with volumes upon volumes. To the north, as you enter, is a curtain that peeking behind you find a fine-looking bed. Framed on the wall, in quite a nice frame, considering where you are, is several pages of a letter that look to have seen far better days. It's like a frame, not a glass frame, but held, as if they were venerating it.
Like a framed letter.
Yeah. And there's pages of it.
Let's look at that.
That's the letter.
Oh.
As you
There's multiple.
And if you want to make me an investigation check for the room,
Don't forget pupil has detect magic on as well.
25, even without the detect magic.
25 with detect magic. Cool. That's important in this case. Hidden among the bookshelves is an open letter. This one. I'll give you a TLDR, and then you can read the rest of it because there may be other information I'm leaving out. It details a deal to purchase a vast quantity of haunt from the plague rats.
Is that the stuff that was upstairs and they were stockpiling it?
Possibly. Or it's stuff they've already delivered. You don't have enough information. As you kind of look around, you look at the books. Most of them consist of alchemy books. However, several volumes are on the old gods of Arbor, the ones from before they started worshipping Braintree. Many of these are conspiracy theories and amount to little more than hogwash. However, there is a small pile on the floor of a torn up letter.
Jigsaw puzzles.
Like, along with these, there is a hidden safe underneath the mattress.
Love that.
As you look at it, however, there is a glyph of warding on top of the safe itself.
Does it go off?
No, you detect it with detect magic. You know what it is.
I would need a dispel magic to get rid of a glyph of warding. Yeah. I will inform.
What was your investigation check?
25.
25. It is a stunning ward along with an alarm spell. So it will stun you for a period of time and then go away, but it will alarm somebody.
Did you also take?
I actually didn't.
Do we know that Monica has the ability to dispel magic?
I mean, if you
If we come and ask about it.
if you say that there is a glyph of information, there is a locked safe with a glyph of warding.
That's the one.
It's like, oh yeah, no, I can burn that off. I think.
So you go to burn that off.
Yeah, I'll go in there and I will dispel magic.
Cool. It goes away. It's a level 3rd level spell. You realize it is locked, however, as well.
So I will get on the.
If Monica's gone in, I can offer.
Yeah. Be 15 on lockpick.
With my passive perception or investigation of 21, do I notice any traps when I'm dispelling the thing?
No.
I had 20 for me on the lockpicking.
Yep, you succeed. So people kind of didn't get it quite right. You manage it. Inside, you find 15,000 leaves. This is the intake for the entire plague rats, or this sect of them.
So. 3,250 leaves, anyone?
Yes, please.
I could have funded so many clinics. Is this just a money cache?
It's
rather
a money
than-
cache.
Yeah.
Just a big old money cache. And a lore cache.
How much was it per person? Sorry.
Per person item.
3,250. 3,750.
Thank you. I believe this is for you.
Oh boy. Well, would you like these?
Sure.
As you're poring over these things, you're reading
Dear Jan?
Sam.
Sam. Do I recognise that name?
You may have accidentally, but no.
Okay.
Ooh. Make me a charisma saving throw.
You see, only a few scout weeks ago that would have been a -2.
And
but
now it's just a 0.
now it is a 2.
Oh.
You need to take this one.
I would love to. I'm gonna take
Green,
that.
green.
That's fine.
That brings you up to 8, I think.
Brings me to 9.
9. Okay. Cool. Okay. This is a good place to do it. I need a wisdom saving throw from Victor and Pupil. Sorry, excuse me.
For Victor or Richter specifically?
Whoever's in charge.
Okay, Richter. What was the save? Sir?
14.
What save?
Cool. But wisdom saving throw, please.
Natural 1.
Natural 1. Cool, that's definitely a fail. So Victor definitely failed. Pupil narrowly failed.
Oh.
Whatever has occurred, you suddenly see that feebleness start to come over again as well.
Did you swap to...
This.
Do I feel like I'm resisting like an attack? Or is this more of a...
This is more of something bubbling up.
Cool. In that case, we'll let it ride.
I think I need to do this, and it will let me see what I need to see. If this doesn't work, I'll wait till next week. I'll remember to do this.
Double check. Did we dispel the overboarding?
Yes.
Okay.
Why?
It's gone now. Doesn't matter.
I've got 2 level rewarding scrolls if you want one.
Yeah.
Cool. Right. Victor first. That's really weird for that feeling.
Oh, sorry, you want me to log back in?
Yes, please. I said if this fails. It did not fail. Thankfully.
Sorry, I was too busy reading. Guys, Lord up.
What was the spell that was in there?
Both rewarding and alarm.
No, what did it say? That was an explosive overboarding.
It was stunning ward.
Stunning.
And alarm.
Victor. Can you log
It's
back in?
just spinning.
It's just spinning now.
Yeah. Oh,
Really?
you've already started it, haven't you?
Yeah.
In that case, I should just F5 refresh.
Cool. Are we?
Because you've already launched it, it was just me trying to launch
Ah, that's why
That's-
it died.
it. Yes.
Gonna move this off.
Restart.
Here, thanks again. Good, here. Victor, you are in your lab. You think it's your lab. Bottles clink. A flame flickers underneath a twisting tube filled with strange liquids. You remember the stakes. Something important. Someone important. But was it for you or her? Bang, bang, bang. The door. Your brother. Kunal. He wants you to stop. Wants you to come upstairs. But you can't. You're so close. Then you say something. Loudly, sharply. The brew flares. Colors spiral. The knocking stops. You turn, and something goes wrong. An explosion. No. Too bright. It burns. It hurts. Falling. Water. Gone. You kind of have that moment of what was that? And then back. Now, one more. We're going to do this one. Yeah, this one will do. Pupil.
Yeah.
Okay, come on. Play ball. Thank you.
No token.
Oh, damn, I missed one.
It's okay.
It's. I mean, it is, but. it's really annoying. Why can't it see? It should be able to see. Ah, because it does not have global illumination on it. That's why. it
Oh,
cannot see.
I can see people a lot more clearly this time.
You can. Pupil.
Yes.
Fragmented thoughts. Dreams. Watcher. You see blue leaves. Bark like moonlight. Fighting. Blood. Murder. Carnage.
It's okay.
It's okay. It's really annoying because I was like, I know I fixed these.
Moida.
Figured. Lighting and global illumination. Blood, murder, carnage, eyes, so many eyes, lost, a shape in the dark. It whispers. you answer. A gift. Oh, yep, sorry about that. Sorry.
Okay.
Actually, that one I shouldn't.
Click on the roll. Yes, yeah.
It's missed. It's
It's
fine.
this. Okay. Sorry, I forgot.
Yeah, it's fine.
A shape in the dark, it whispered. A gift, a vessel, slosh, slosh, plop, plop. Waiting for the blink. No more watching. Only dark.
That was a mind player. That was an octopus dude eating someone's head.
Was it?
I thought so.
I thought it was just a big Cthulhu thing.
Yeah, I thought it was a Cthulhu holding an eyeball and a jar of other eyeballs.
There was
I have to
definitely a
look
dude underneath him.
Now I have to look and see.
Ooh.
Like, what is that image?
Well, I've only read the first page yet.
Yeah,
There's
yeah,
a lot there.
There's a lot to be getting on with.
But I just realised that I didn't actually tally up my cut of the loot from the last session because I had no money. Was the last session or the session before?
I don't know. What loot did we get?
No, there was money.
Did I put it in the chat?
You did, yes.
Ah, I'll need to add it as well then.
Huh.
Oh, there's Okay, yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay, now I see it. I didn't see it. I didn't see that bit of it. I forgot about that bit of it. Oh, well. Oops. My bad. Sorry, Rich. I forgot that bit was in there. There is a thing that I knew about, and that was
I was quick on the draw.
You were quick on the draw.
Because I was like, what's that? Oh, that's what it is.
It's fine.
All good.
Sorry. Okay,
Don't you
right.
avert your eyes.
You must not read from the book.
As that image plays out, and then that thing, and I think with enough of these, you're realizing these are memories. These are things you have witnessed before but have forgotten. But you don't have the full picture yet. Something's wrong. You're missing something.
I'm missing something.
Well, both of you. This
Yeah.
is two.
We's are missing something.
You're missing something. So,
Boy. Can we get out to the drug deal place?
you can, but by the time you get there, the drug deal is done.
Oh, but like, can we see what was there? Is there an exit that way?
No, oddly
Okay.
enough. It looks like the woman got to that spot some other way and then left. There's not even the dealer is gone.
Is there any remnants of... No, okay.
No. Not even a sign of anything untoward happening, as if the deal was never there.
So...
The last place to search is that kind of big center area.
Let's do it.
I think it's worth checking it out.
How do we get there?
Uh,
Can we get there from the big central room up there?
no, because yes, you'd have to go up.
To manipulate some elevations.
You manipulate some elevations and you can get in there. Yeah.
We can try that.
Manipulate elevation.
Game is paused.
Yeah. Now you feel it.
Must be that better.
What's wrong?
Have a stop point. I was like,
Just go back and
Yes, I need to take a
Yeah.
token. I haven't worked out your system yet.
you do need to take a token.
I thought I might. I had
You have to take two, actually. Think of it.
Am I all good? Am I
You're caught up.
on credit?
Yeah. These two are fine for now. I think it's right there. So if you go up,
Yeah.
I've got the tournament there.
Oh, it is in my dice tray.
if not, there's another way. Ooh, yeah, you did. Good job.
And to the right here?
To the right there, yeah.
Oh, hey, there's the,
Oh yeah, she's not actually there. She ran like hell.
yeah.
The baker, right?
She is the baker. You saved the baker. No, it's not counts. The
No.
baker.
Yeah.
The child.
This way. I think is the way you want to go. And then there's a right.
Oh yes, 'cause we didn't go there. Nick.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So here's where you want to go. Yeah. So you can make over this one easily enough, and then you get to this one, and then your detect magic triggers on something at the bottom of this water.
How far down is the bottom of the water?
It is so the water itself to jump to the water is 5 feet. The thing is a small.
Is Mage Hand going to get it for 30 feet?
Yes. Put it up. You pull up this little bag.
Oh, may I opens it?
You may.
It's a holy hand grenade.
It's not holy hand grenade.
Oh, it's dice.
Nope.
Is it a
Knuckle
creature
bones?
that you, when you take it out?
Is it more little?
It's more little
figurines?
guys!
Oh, hell yeah!
It's a good boy right there.
No, is it what I think it is?
Oh.
It's probably what you think it is.
Yeah.
One
What
of
do
your
you think it
favorite
is?
fucking
The
items.
rust bag of
Rust bag of tricks.
or whatever.
Yeah.
Call you.
Bag of
Oh.
tricks rust, yeah.
Yeah.
Like that is Rich's favorite magic item.
It is. It is.
I genuinely...
trying not to have another army. I do try so hard. But it is one of my favourite items.
I made this for you. This is for you.
Right, this is like you're giving me haunt right now. You're
I am.
giving me
There's crack.
You gave me a necklace of red beads in the other game,
That's
so
true.
you turn about to fair play.
He's so good.
Thank you.
very much.
I'm so Esther hand sewed that bag,
Oh wow.
and all the minis and everything, and they just and it's a perfect little beautiful. I know you've had like multiple different versions of this bag and different
I love
ways.
this bag so much.
I know you do.
I think this is a step beyond.
I'm going to send you some
What have you
rules
made
later
these
that are
out
going to
of?
make you
There's
very
3
happy.
printed.
Really?
The lemon bag of tricks.
Oh no.
The giant dire tardigrade is one of the options. They're lovely, Brad. They're very, very nice.
Very cool.
Should we
Blown
fuck off
away
at these
by that.
sewers?
Well, do we want to keep going, or is that everything at this point?
If we let's assume that our characters keep on roaming around.
Is this just a set? Is this just a small
Gosh,
pool?
Yeah, that's just a small pool.
So yeah,
And it's a
let's
beautiful little
keep
and
it.
there was a monster down there as well. It's just Mage Hand bypasses it completely. So, like, it's fine. The whole point of putting this here, like outside thing, I wanted Rich to find this because I know this is Rich's
So this was the
favorite.
thing.
Yeah, this was the thing.
Cool.
Had
You
to
might
find
want
it.
to drag us across so that we're not falling.
Pass me the brown paper letter as
But
well.
I will say there is. I'm trying to think. Is there anything else left in here that you need to find? There is nothing of material value that I think you will want. If you want to leave the sewers, you can do so now. And we'll end with you kind of coming out of the sewers and then deciding what you guys are going to do next. In terms of your,
I would be happy to say that we spent another hour or two
that puts you into the
trawling
early...
the sewers, making sure there's no more
Yeah,
caches of
I'm-
poor dredging.
Sure.
I'm looking for more. No, I'm not. Sorry. So yeah,
You're Victor now,
I'll
yeah.
follow the group.
There is... you find a large cistern at some point in your journey filled with coins and glittering gems. However, your 21 passive perception, you also spot 3 gelatinous cubes moving their way around in this area. So you can try and get it, but it would be exceptionally dangerous. This is like the main kill everything and like
This is
purify the
this
water.
sterilizes the sewers.
Yeah.
This is the sewers macerator, I guess.
And there's a few
Would
like,
Mage Hand do to scoop some of that up?
it would, you could probably get it, but it would take you hours to get it. It's thousands.
It's like
and thousands.
magnet fishing with tiny little
Yeah,
magnet,
effectively.
My question is, would Detect Magic pick up anything worth trawling out of there?
I don't think so. I think there isn't anything but money in there. Oh shit, no, there is one thing in there that would ping on Detect Magic, and I will let you have that.
Yeah.
It's always worth checking.
So,
when you get Warlock invocations, permanent.
Permanent Detect Magic, yeah. Because I've been ritual casting it constantly and that is, I think the gear's just going to stick at some point and it's going to turn it
This is
on.
it by bringing another bag of tricks, just a different colour.
you
The
find a prosthetic limb.
Ooh! For a small fee, a clock dot may be able to attach this to a willing patient. What functions it has vary greatly.
Yeah, this thing looks weird, strange, and
Now.
all kinds of bizarre.
I must say I'm very curious.
Can I have a look at it?
Please.
This is one of the experimental ones.
I mean, as a non-man with with 2 robot hands, I mean, what's a third? I've sent pictures of the letters we've got today to the chat so we can observe them another time.
Yeah, go ahead.
Books require attunement.
No.
No, you just
No, it
just
would say
yeet a
that.
creature.
I'm so excited.
In terms of the large open room, there is also in the neighborhood of about 10,000 leaves and coinage down there. I'll say, depending on how long you want to spend, because remember, multiple parties already tried to attack the Gilded Cage.
Yeah.
So
It feels like we could come back down here in downtime, maybe?
you could, yeah. I mean, it won't. It may be that it won't be safe because right now it's only safe because
We just cleared it out.
you killed the current owners, and if the second that people realize, hey, there's a section of the sewers that's not operated by the plague rats or by or whatever else is down there, then, yeah, somebody's gonna move in quick.
Okay. Could I spend... Well, would it be okay with you if I spent 10 minutes rolling... Could I roll some kind of check to spend 10 minutes to just get the choicest stuff?
Okay, so you want to try to get the largest coin values.
Yeah.
Sure, I'll let you do that. Make an Arcana check because you're using Mage Hand to do it.
That is currently a 22.
Cool.
I'm tempted to spend on inspiration.
You do.
22 is already pretty good. What did you roll on the
15.
dice? I'd say hold on to the inspiration.
22.
22. Okay, found the one you need. There is a total of 15,236 leaves in total that line the bottom of the area. You've got a 22 on your Arcana check. I'll say you get 20% of that. So you're using like a Mage Hand to pull it out.
Yeah.
So that's 3,000 leaves.
I will split that evenly, 750 each.
So you're getting mostly what you're getting is blossom coins,
Yeah,
which
yeah,
are
yeah,
these
yeah.
huge kind of like platinum coins that have a picture of a blossom on them.
I have too much money. Oh, I finally have money.
There's
We're gonna get you
a
so
lot
many
of
organs.
weird things happening in
Yeah.
different places. So
I've got other
Yes.
things to spend.
with that, I think you leave the sewers.
Yes.
Yeah.
As you exit the sewers, you kind of the opening goes up. You exit out in the same place you entered, so you're nearby the Gilded Cage. And as you look over at it, you realize you don't hear any music coming from inside. And you kind of come around the corner to see what's up, and you see two Red Wings standing outside instead of the two guards you saw before.
Yeah.
And that's where we'll end.
All right then.
Time for the hair trigger.
Oof.
No, not wrong.
Well, I'm excited.
Mm.
I have to say,
Dog.
dog.
Ow. And lion.
Hey!
Fireball. I stand by everything I said about Spelljammer last week because I truly meant every part of that because that was such a fucking good session. I think these two have been my favourite sessions of Spelljammer and Arbor so far, and I need you both to know how high a bar that is.
Best session I ever played, Brad.
So many creatures.
Alright, does anyone have any other words of praise for Brad before I stop
thank you.
recording?
My
I
head's gonna
mean,
get
truly
bigger.
amazing.
I have goals.
Oh, well, in that case, I will just say
Yeah,
yes.
yes.
Excellent session.
Great.
I